in a 3, 2, 1.
Welcome everybody to the Ring Generals podcast. My name
yeah.
is Nick Nenad. Alongside me is Easy E Eric Santos.
What's cooking?
And of course, the RKJ Man.
Let's talk that talk, y'all. Hypocritical Nick.
What's going on?
Happy New Year!
I can actually talk again. God is good.
Yeah.
I couldn't talk last week, man.
You feel 100% now, right?
No, I feel about 90%.
That's
Okay.
good enough, though.
My
That's
voice-
good
You're
enough for a
getting
pod.
over
My
it
voice.
then. Okay.
If I cough a few times and I hag off the mic, I'm sorry, but
Flu
It's
season,
just
dude.
It's
look,
cold to-
I've done it before. Just look away.
I got the flu shot. I'm never getting the flu shot again. I didn't have the flu, but before I left the current job or my old position within the company to go to the new store that I'm at now, a cook gave me a parting gift of a nasty cold. I literally shook his hand.
gotta be bad,
I
man.
shook his hand and I could literally feel the sickness coming on to
Ooh,
me.
that's not good.
I washed my hands and it didn't
Yeah.
matter at that point because I know it's from this particular cook because he couldn't talk either. And he was working. That's
It's the flu season. It's the
tough.
flu
That's-
season,
that's
dude.
tough,
Yeah,
man.
that's got to be some rough
Oh
stuff.
my God, man. Oh my God. I'm just trying to make it through.
Yeah,
Look.
but we got an interesting podcast for you today to talk about because we potentially have a competitor for WWE.
It's packed, man. It's
Yeah.
whoa.
We have that. We're going to be kind of discussing a little bit Royal Rumble storylines, what's going on, what we like, what we don't like. That's not going to be as much. We're going to primarily talk about AEW, All Elite Wrestling.
Can I first of all say that I am Black Stradamus because I predicted this
No, you
was
didn't.
gonna
You
happen.
saw rumors on the internet.
I said it was gonna happen,
and reports,
you
and then you
didn't,
said.
and you didn't want to talk
No,
about it,
no,
and
no,
then I
no.
started
I
sending you stuff
actually-
on Twitter.
See, this is I'm gonna. He's
See,
gonna
you
make me
know-
look bad here.
you
but
know-
I'm not gonna make you look
hold on,
bad.
Eric. Let me just light him up real
Alright,
quick.
alright.
You're not gonna light me up.
So
Can never light
you
me up.
said AEW
black.
hasn't done shit. They haven't done anything. They've signed a bunch of contracts and they've signed a bunch of indie guys.
Okay.
They haven't done anything. I believed you that they were going to try to create a wrestling company, but they haven't succeeded in anything yet, which is what I originally said.
I think they have made some major
haven't done
success.
anything.
They've got the Cons from the Jacksonville Jaguars investing $100 million
Correct.
into their into their company.
Correct.
Right
Have they
now.
had a show yet?
They had All In. They had All
Have
In.
they had a show yet?
They
All
have
In was
double-
I think
not-
under
double-
the All
yeah.
Elite Wrestling.
Double or Nothing is their first show. They announced it in May. Okay.
Correct.
In Las Vegas.
Hasn't
So-
happened yet, though.
No, it hasn't happened
Okay.
yet, Nick, because it announced it in
So
January.
we can talk about WrestleMania that hasn't happened yet, too, but it might stink up the room. But we're going to talk about it in anticipation that it's going to be good.
Look.
If Double or Nothing's just another, we'll talk about, well, actually,
Let's talk
we can
about
talk
it
about
now.
it right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
Double
the
or Nothing.
hottest. It's the
It's-
hottest
yeah.
news in wrestling
It just
right
announced Tuesday. It was announced
What was
Tuesday.
that, January 1st, the New Year's Day?
Literally,
Yeah.
as I'm waking up, all of this is just piping in. It's a New Year's
Came at a
start.
good time,
Cody
yeah.
Rhodes and them just announced AEW,
Oh, yeah.
Double or Nothing. The rumors were true. Everything was correct. I knew it was happening. There's just too much foundation. Once I saw Brandy and Cody Rhodes in the Jacksonville Jaguars box, kicking it during a Jacksonville Jaguars game, I knew it was going down,
Yes.
and it's going down. Now, my only issue is this, Nick, okay? Chris Jericho signed with AEW.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
interesting.
big star right there.
Goldberg is allegedly, well, not allegedly. There's rumors floating around that Goldberg could sign with AEW.
Could or is he
talks.
is he thinking about it though, or is it just a
I don't know.
thought?
There's just rumors
That could
going
be
around.
someone that could do it though.
If
Do
it was
you
the right
need-
money.
How many more people do you think need to sign that are major stars that can get us invested? Because right
The whole
now,
roster needs to be stars, like
Okay.
WWE is,
okay,
in
so
order to compete.
have you looked up the roster?
I have, yeah. I'll look it up.
Okay, look it up right
I'll
now.
look it up right now.
And
while
then
you're
I'm gonna
talking.
ask Eric. Eric, what did you think about the press conference on Tuesday? We were originally gonna do this podcast on Monday, but we decided to do it today, Thursday, because
Yes.
the conference was on Tuesday and so many big things happened.
I, for one, I was waiting for the announcement for Double or Nothing because I knew that they were going to get to the bottom of this whole thing with Double or Nothing because I know that when we were over in Survivor Series, we talked to the guys from No DQ and they were giving us there were rumors that it might be held in Las Vegas. And then you and me, we were actually getting really excited about it. And I actually prayed that Double or Nothing would be held in Las Vegas. And it became true. And then now, the one thing that I was kind of very skeptical about was that who were they going to sign? And they signed Chris Jericho right after Wrestle Kingdom. after he concluded his run with Wrestle Kingdom, and I actually thought that Jericho was going to be a surprise entrant to the Royal Rumble. Now that's not the case. They signed a big star. They signed other stars, of course, the Elite, and also I do believe Kazarian. I think did they sign Kazarian?
Yeah, they sound so
Christopher
So
Daniels.
the SoCal
Uncensored.
Uncensored. Okay, so they signed a couple of people, and then I saw Billy Gunn as one of the producers. Actually, the main producer. Yeah.
Somebody said there ain't gonna be no drug tested in AEW, man.
Ah,
Especially for
I
the
don't know about-
producers.
I don't know about that. So yes, looks like there's going to be.
I'm an ass man.
I think Cody seems very confident about this promotion that he put together, him along with the Young Bucks, and you know what, I'm gonna give I have faith in Cody that there's gonna be some good promises for this company. Now I don't know about competing because it's still not they haven't had a show yet, like Nick said, so it's gonna be very it's really up in the air. It just has to deal. The only event that I know is it's just Double or Nothing.
The biggest thing that AEW needs at this point, and they were hinting at it, they seem very confident in it. Cody and Brandy Rhodes seem very confident in it, is they need a TV deal.
Correct.
Yes,
So
that's
here's
true.
the rumor that I'm hearing. TNT or TBS. Interesting. We're going back to Time Warner. We're going back to Ted Turner again. Okay?
Okay.
I don't think that's the right network to go to. The WWE signed a huge deal with Fox. You can't go to Fox, obviously.
Yeah.
You can't go to ABC because there's this ABC's dealing, ESPN is dealing with UFC. Plus, you have the cross promotion thing. Obviously Disney brought up a lot of 21st Century Fox stuff, so obviously they don't want to do that.
They can't do sci-fi or.
No, and those aren't big channels to go to. I think where they got to go to is CBS. I think CBS has all access. They just debuted it. They need more content for their streaming platform.
Right.
CBS the network is the place to go right now for AEW, in my opinion. Now, Aaron Rift actually pointed out Netflix, a streaming service like Netflix, and I actually disagree with that. And here's the reason why I disagree with that.
Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground, yes.
Well, they got El Rey Network.
They mentioned how Glow's been a success.
Good point, actually, yeah.
But
you're right.
see, not enough people, I would say, have Netflix and would go on Netflix just to watch a wrestling program. I think if you want something that's easily accessible that gets to the mainstream, you got to put it on a network television show. I'm talking about network. Notice, Super Bowl still hasn't gone on cable television yet. They still put their stuff on Fox, CBS, NBC.
Well, why would they? I mean, it's the most popular show in the entire United States every single year, though. That's a horrible example, the Super Bowl.
But you have to find a way. What I'm trying to say is this: you
Super
got to
Bowl
put
is
it.
the top
Right.
thing.
What I'm
Why would
try-
you
Nick,
compare
hold on, Nick.
AEW to the Super
Well-
Bowl?
What I'm trying to say is this, Nick. I'm trying to say is this. Okay, yet WWE got a deal on Fox. Fox wants WrestleMania. What I'm trying to say is this: you've got to put them in a situation where where you can have eyeballs on your product, as many eyeballs on your product as possible. You can get as much mainstream exposure as possible. You don't want this to be a TNA situation where we're just jumping random channels.
Yeah.
They are on Destination
Well-
America,
well-
Spike. Now they're on Pursuit
Well-
Channel.
well,
I
at
don't know where
first-
the hell Pursuit Channel is.
Well,
I
at
don't know
first,
what that is
well,
either.
at first, TNA they started off in Spy TV at 11 o'clock on Saturday night, and
Come on.
to me,
People are watching porn at that time.
Well,
I
that-
mean, like,
well, at first,
on.
I actually thank TNA for actually putting up their commercials on a Raw episode, on a Raw taping, and then after that, I just said I'm hooked. All right, let's do Saturday, and then for AEW, it doesn't matter for which platform they're going to be at. The only thing that I'm concerned about is what time slot, what reasonable time slot would they be, have their
that's a
showing.
great point, Eric. Like, I heard that they were trying to secure Tuesday Night Dynamite. So maybe it'll be on Tuesday night. They were trying to trademark that name. My biggest thing is this: time is important, night's important, but network may even be more important. The more accessible it is for somebody to catch your product, the more easier that they're going to be able to want to watch your product, and the more inclined they would be to want to check out AEW. I think if you put it on a cable network that people really don't know, or if you put it on a streaming service where people have to pay $10, $12 a month, or you put it on like a Fight TV, people aren't really gonna want to get into that,
Yeah.
and they might not.
I agree.
You want revenue coming in fast, and that's why I like the fact that the cons are behind this, because the cons obviously they come in with that reputation. They've been in the NFL.
Yeah.
They're in the
They
NFL,
have that relations,
so they
too.
have that relationship already with these networks. So you can put them in a situation where they have credibility
smart.
when they go to make deals. And Cody and Brandy seem very confident. And you saw Cody
Oh, yeah.
winking at the camera like something's coming very soon that might surprise us. I'm hearing all signs are pointing towards TNT and TBS. Not a bad deal, but I think you want to get on a network like CBS. You know, I think CBS is trying to target more younger demographic because they're mostly known for old people. You know, look at the shows that are on there. You know, the only time I really watch CBS is when I'm watching football or basketball. You know, that's
True.
the
That's
honest.
true. That's very true.
You know, I don't watch the CBS is not. I watch Fox occasionally. Occasionally, I watch ABC for Blackish. But like, you know, like CBS is not really somewhere as we, the younger demographic, that we think about going if we're watching TV at night. But if they put AEW on CBS, wrestling fans will flock there. Even casuals will flock there. They'll turn it on CBS and be like, what's this show? I'll catch it for a couple of minutes. That's also a problem. I see you have Ring of Honor in your computer, Nate. That's also an issue Ring of Honor has. They can put on a great product too,
Yeah.
That's
but,
why I had it, yeah.
but they can't get on high quality networks. They're scattered all over the place in the United States. And New Japan Pro Wrestling does not want to work with AEW unless the Kenny Omega situation comes in. We'll talk about the Kenny Omega situation too, because
I actually-
everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Yes.
about that. I need you to educate me on that a little bit.
Well, here's the issue with New Japan. Kenny Omega is signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling till February 1st. That is confirmed. He can't sign with anybody yet. But according to rumors, WWE offered him a great deal. They offered him a fantastic
I heard.
deal.
I did hear
Yeah.
WWE,
They
which
offered him a
may
lot
be a
of
Royal
money.
Rumble possibly for Kenny Omega.
That's all the signs. All the signs are pointing to that.
oh, that's
But,
insane if that happens.
but,
See, WWE
but-
still wins.
but we have
Every
an
time.
issue here. His friends really want him in All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's not like they don't have a little money to spend. They got $100 million backing. If it was just all of them, I would be concerned. Because I don't think all of them had the financial resources. That's why I credit them for going out to the Khan family, wrestling fans. Tony Khan, wrestling fan, a smarter, younger dude, really kind of knows about wrestling. And they reached out to him, and he was willing to invest $100 million. That's something that's huge. It reminds me of Ted Turner and WCW.
well, him and his is that his son?
His father.
Oh, that's his father. Oh,
Tony
oh,
Khan
I thought
is
you
the
said Shad.
son.
I thought you said Shad. My bad. Yeah, you're correct. But so they're combining. It's not like it's one person.
So, but here's
Yeah.
the issue. So, New Japan Pro Wrestling does not want to work with AEW allegedly right now. But it all depends on this Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega thing. Chris Jericho's not signed to an exclusive contract allegedly with AEW.
not good. It's not good.
Okay? Basically, he can go work with New Japan Pro Wrestling when he wants to. Kenny Omega, they don't want Kenny Omega going to AEW. They want Kenny Omega New Japan Pro Wrestling.
You're saying no, New Japan wants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're okay with working with Ring of Honor. They don't want the Young Bucks. They don't want Cody Rhodes and them there. But if Kenny Omega goes to AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, he's their biggest star.
Yeah.
They're forced to work with AEW in some way. They've already started some partnerships with some Chinese organization. I don't know. Remember what the name of it is?
Oriental Wrestling Entertainment. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So, I mean, I think this is going to be huge moving forward. AEW has got to find a way to get Kenny Omega.
Yeah,
They-
no,
they
you
have-
have
Yeah.
to get as many stars as you possibly. You can't lose Kenny Omega. This roster is worse than the New Japan roster right now.
I don't think it's bad,
I mean,
actually.
obviously Cody, they left, but you look at the New Japan roster,
Name
like
the roster.
6 months.
Can you list the roster?
Well,
real
I
quick?
don't know. I mean, I'm just going off being a very fair weather New Japan fan, and I wouldn't even call myself a fan of that. I just, I follow wrestling, but I know there was the Young Bucks dominated, Cody Rhodes dominated, Kenny Omega dominated.
got Hangman Page.
Hangman Page,
Yeah.
Chris Jericho is involved
Jericho.
in, and then there's various Japanese wrestlers that can't
Adrian
pronounce their
Neville,
names.
known as
Oh, yeah,
Pac.
Neville's
Was
one
he?
of them,
Was he? Well, they just signed him. AEW signed him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pac.
yeah. But
Yeah.
was he in New Japan?
I don't know previously before WWE.
No, I'm talking about who was in the New Japan
I don't
thing, though.
in Wrestle Kingdom,
But
I don't
so
think
right
so.
now, the AEW has a worse roster than New Japan did, say, a year ago. So That you can't. You have to get everybody possible from New Japan and then add more people. And just to comment on the thing you're saying about getting CBS, it's not realistic because WWE is on cable. So why would I know they're signing with Fox, but they're probably going to be on FS1, correct? That's cable.
No, they're going to be on Fox.
They're going to be on Fox.
They're going to
Is
be
that-
the actual network, dude.
Okay, gotcha. So
They
but
promoted us
Raw,
on Thursday Night Football.
But Raw is that doesn't mean anything. They promote the MLB playoffs in FS1.
Dude,
FS1.
they
on Thursday
literally
Night Football.
had Jeff Jarrett come out there, do the thing, and they had the date that it's going to be on Fox. Joe Buck said it.
No, I'm saying that. But Monday Night Raw, which is the most popular wrestling show, is on USA Network. So
Okay.
to think that AEW can just jump to CBS is unrealistic.
I'm
I mean,
saying-
WWE had some clout, and they signed, what was it, $1 billion deal or whatever it was?
That's fine.
AEW ain't going to do that. They got $100 million in the bank right now. That's not... So TNT and TBS is actually, in my opinion, way better than I thought they were going to do. I thought they were going to go to, like, a Paramount Network like now. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were going to go to, Sci-Fi, something like that. I did not think they'd be able to get TNT and TBS. That's fantastic. And I mean, the NBA is on TNT. And the NBA, in my opinion, is more popular on TNT.
And that causes a conflict because the NBA also does games on Tuesday nights. If they were to go
I
Tuesday
don't
nights.
think anymore. I think they do those on
Yeah, no.
NBA Network, whatever that network's called.
NBA TV, when they do games on Tuesday nights.
Well,
It's a
if
part
you
of
can
their
get the
new
ratings,
package.
though, you can get the ratings. I don't think. I mean, a lot of those Tuesday night games.
But then
aren't the
again,
best.
they did WCW Nitro on Monday nights, and anytime there's a
Yeah.
big game on Monday night, they would just preempt WCW Monday Night Nitro.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if something's drawing money and drawing viewers, then
What I'm talking about, Nick, is I'm talking about eyeballs. I'm talking about getting the most people to watch at the beginning. Okay, we're in a different society now where everybody does not have to go to network television anymore. I mean, not network television.
TV's changing, yeah.
Cable. We're in a different society now. I just don't think Netflix, is the right place to go right now. I don't think a streaming service is the right place to go. I don't even think, I think if you want to, you've got to do something that's going to get the most eyeballs possible. Why not get to CBS? Why not? Because the Khan family are in the NFL. The NFL has a great deal with the CBS network of family. They're hosting the Super Bowl this year. Why not at the Super Bowl? Why can't the Khan family go to those CBS executives and be
Maybe-
like, hey, we got this other product on the side. Are you guys interested in this? It steers to a younger demographic. We have sponsoring. Like, this could be huge for them, and they can debut it during the summer when nobody is watching CBS. Nobody's watching CBS
I
during
mean,
the summer.
you do make a great point.
yeah, there is nothing on.
I mean,
There's nothing on TV.
If the
period,
Khan
during the
family
summer.
can use maybe CBS as more of a plan B. If it doesn't work out with TNT or TBS,
I
then
don't
they
trust
can
Time
use-
Warner, Eric and Nick. Okay, we saw that debacle with WCW.
Ted Turner's not in the company anymore, though. He doesn't. He's not. He's not even close.
I'm
to
not
as
talking
powerful.
about that, dude. I'm talking about the whole debacle with Warner taking over. A network executive, we've seen this too many times besides the WWE. Even the WWE has some sketchy moments of Raw where it almost got canceled. A network executive can come in,
Oh,
there
yeah.
can be a change in direction, and they can say instantly, hey, this show right here, we don't like it. It's happened to a lot of shows. It's happened. So I just don't trust TNT, TBS with a newfound wrestling promotion to handle it with care compared to a network that needs more clout and needs more notoriety like CBS. They need a younger demographic. A lot of people are like, well, CBS is not mentioned. Hey, guess what? CBS has a working relationship actually with TNT and TBS that y'all don't know about. And I know
CBS does. They're not even the same company, though.
they have. I heard
Time
they
Warner
have.
and CBS are completely different.
I heard they have like some type of working relationship, some type of relationship.
Maybe before.
The fact of the matter is this: if you can find a way to get on a network, a major network, I'm talking about one that you can just turn on the TV instantly. You don't have to have an extra package to do that. That can provide additional eyeballs for AEW and that will provide the sponsorships. That will provide the income needed to go out and sign wrestlers like a CM Punk or a John Cena maybe.
John Cena's not going there.
I'm just saying, we didn't think
Wow.
Hulk Hogan was going to WCW. We didn't think Hulk Hogan was going anywhere besides WWE.
Good
and
point,
he
but-
signed with
Yeah.
WCW.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan wasn't. He's not John Cena though. John
Right.
Cena is one. He's literally in his character and name, hustle, loyalty, and respect. He's not gonna
It's
go.
the
It's like
thing-
The Rock going
yeah.
to. It's not
The
gonna.
only
happen.
thing
When-
you should
when
be loyal
Hogan-
to is
yeah.
your money.
I mean,
Your
That's
money-
Hogan.
that's not true.
Your, mo-
His
your
money.
faith, your family, your money.
Hogan left he left at a different time, and when WWF, with that whole steroid allegation, and Hogan didn't want anything to do with wrestling, that was a different time. With this one, I don't know, and CM Punk he doesn't want anything to do with wrestling. I'm sorry,
I disagree with that. I think he has nothing going for his life right now, as far as we know. Obviously, if he
Oh,
just
yeah.
didn't want to post on social media about his life, then he could be on a
He kind of
company
did.
right
He
now.
kind of
But-
did something. He kind of did something, which
let's-
was sign autographs.
So
Let's be honest
I
here.
know his deal with UFC was obviously more than most UFC fighters get because he was a draw.
Yeah,
so he
his
probably
name.
still has that money laying around. But that money's going away because he's never going to fight in the UFC again. We all know this, Eric. We saw his last fight. He's
Yeah.
not a UFC
Let's
fighter.
not also forget he's gotten 3 lawsuits. He had to deal with that WWE doctor lawsuit, and he's with his best friend. The money
Well, but
thing with
he
your
filed
best
those
friend.
lawsuits,
Yeah.
though. People didn't file those lawsuits against him. It's a completely different thing. He could just drop those lawsuits if he wants
Against
to.
who? What,
Against
his-
Cole Cabana.
No,
Cole-
Cole Cabana filed those.
Oh,
lawsuits
okay.
against him.
Excuse
This
me.
is
My bad.
twice. One of them got dropped, and now Cole Cabana is filing another lawsuit against CM Punk. So that's a lot of money in legal fees, man. I mean, I know he saved up a lot of money through his career, and I'm not gonna I don't know CM Punk's finances, but money can kind of get tight when you don't really have a steady stream of income coming in. Okay, and I'm just saying, if AEW were to come at him with a nice deal, they were making a little buzz, had a couple million, about 3 million, limited dates. Hey, do this, do that. Could work. But is he
Absolutely.
but-
I would
but is-
100% watch the product if CM Punk was there.
But is
Yeah.
he
100%.
still a big enough draw to get a lot of people
Right.
watching?
You know how I think he's a big enough draw? Because on SmackDown this past Tuesday, there was a small CM Punk chant that erupted for no reason. So he's
it,
still a
it
big draw.
erupts
They
everywhere.
erupt
He's still
whenever
a
they
big
get
draw.
bored.
Okay,
That-
and then
that
Corey
means he's a big
Graves
draw,
said
though.
that the tag team, everybody's elite who wrestles in the SmackDown in the tag team division. Okay, come on, all right.
I mean,
we
it's
live
somewhat
in
of a case. You get the New Day, the Usos, the Bar. I would consider them pretty
Nick,
elite.
shut up. They're doing pancake porn. Okay, look.
You still can't get over it.
Okay,
They're still good wrestlers, though.
look.
I love New Day.
I just think they need a couple of more people. That's all they need.
Mm-hmm.
They started off good with Chris Jericho. And by the way, I don't think Vince McMahon and the WWE are freaking out about Chris Jericho leaving. I don't
Nah.
think Chris McMahon is
Jericho's
ever
48
really.
years old.
I don't think Vince McMahon's ever
Jericho
really liked Chris
comes
Jericho.
in and out. That's the thing with Jericho.
Bear in mind, when Chris Jericho was going to win his first championship,
Yeah.
Vince McMahon came up to Chris Jericho and The Undertaker and said, "The world is going to hell. Chris Jericho's winning the world title tonight." That's what he said to Chris Jericho the day
Well,
of Vengeance when he was going
I
to win
mean,
his
Jericho-
the undisputed title.
Jericho's got a lot of stuff on his plate. He's got his podcast. He's got his
Cruise.
band Fozzy, his cruise coming up.
AEW New Japan,
Yeah, so I think he wanted to work with AEW with a light schedule.
obviously.
That's the thing, so he can get
And
on.
it's non-exclusive.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. This just seems like another indie promotion.
But see,
Doesn't it?
Yeah,
but it's an indie promotion with a shit ton of money behind it.
That's true.
That's the difference.
That's absolutely.
And that's what Brandy and so Brandy said it. Brandy was like, and we're gonna get to a couple things with Brandy Rhodes too. Brandy said how they want to be as friendly with everybody.
friendly.
What the hell does that
With
mean?
the, fan,
you
with
can't
the
be
fans
friendly
or with
with-
the wrestlers?
So everybody. So
Voices
how
starting to get
friendly?
high.
How friendly can you get? How friendly can you get when you're competing for talent? And how friendly can you get if you get enough money from sponsorships and you want that talent to be exclusive to your brand?
She's just saying that right
and
now.
Your product.
I'm sorry. You know.
And then also, she came out and said that the men and the women will get paid equal. And then she had to clarify those
That's
statements.
fine, no?
Okay.
They also only have 3 women on their roster right now, so that's not looking good. And
Yeah.
one of them's her, and she's not. Is she even a performer?
I heard she's a performer, but I heard she's not very
She's
good.
She's Lana-like. Let's
I
just
heard
say that.
she's not very good.
She's Lana-like. Okay.
Right, okay.
I always compare.
I think
You have
she
the
should-
valet that wrestles occasionally. That's she's a Lana.
I honestly
Yeah.
think she should just be, or Selena Vega. I think she should be honestly like a Stephanie McMahon, Hemsley, like just be on-screen authority world, be behind the scenes and do her thing, and bring in multiple. There's so many women out there.
Scarlett.
There's one of
Bordeaux.
them though I'm gonna talk about on
Toni
Ryan Rants
Storm.
that shouldn't be in any promotion.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I think this is an opportunity for them to break down walls and barriers, and they're getting off to a good start. but there's more to be done, and there's more work to be done. Now, Nick, what were you been
Correct.
looking up a couple of things?
Well,
What-
I just been kind of looking up about stuff myself, just to when you say stuff to clarify myself on it, because I didn't do as much research as you. I know you've been on top of this. I've been doing a lot of football research, stuff like that over the weekend. But
the Panthers aren't in it, so I don't.
no.
It's
There's
full
some
on-
good games this past Sunday, or Sunday and Saturday. But
Oh, yeah.
nonetheless, see, the problem with me is, and I would have really liked if they would have done this right off the bat. You have a New Year's Day, people are waking up. I mean, even Raw and SmackDown put on good shows this past week because it was the New Year's
Doing pretty
shows. They pumped up. They put a lot of title matches on and stuff like that. So you expect some good stuff to happen in the new year. You're going to get some good stuff from us, the Ring Generals, as well, coming
Stay
up in this
tuned.
new year. Some new stuff. But they still, it's just an indie roster. Like they came out, oh, we're making this new company. Yes, the money backing is the different part. That's what makes this more legitimate. But Chris Jericho, to me, was an indie wrestler. And he hasn't been he's been with WWE once since what, a year and a half, maybe? Like
He came back for the greatest Royal Rumble, I think.
yeah, so
That was
since,
last
since,
year.
since
After
WrestleMania,
WrestleMania.
he's been there once. So he's not a WWE superstar
He's like
anymore.
he's like Nomad.
No, yeah.
He
So-
goes wherever he wants.
The problem
Yeah.
is that and I like the signing of Pac, Adrian Neville, if you don't know who Pac is, but the rest of them are just the old indie guys from New Japan Wrestling, and then older guys like Christopher Daniels and Kazarian who are over 40 years old and don't have that much left in the tank. And even CM Punk is 40 years old as well. So if you were to sign
But
him,
CM Punk
that's-
hasn't wrestled in years.
that's a
Nick.
big draw, but that's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. He's going to be wrestling like a guy in his mid 40s. He's going to be looking like Triple H. out there. He
Unless-
might look good, but it's not going to look
unless-
amazing like he used to.
Unless we wait till Daniel Bryan expires his contract.
I don't know how many years Daniel
And-
Bryan has, and Daniel Bryan's on a roll right now on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And he's the champion.
Yeah.
And he might be getting him. He's gonna get a title match at WrestleMania. So
Doing a
I
pretty
think
good job
I
of
people-
think
being
he's
a heel.
okay making the money.
I think people
Yeah.
also hyped up Daniel Bryan being disgruntled. I because what is WWE supposed to do? You one day expect this guy just to be a figurehead and a GM, and then the next day he's back.
Yeah.
What are they supposed? How are you prepared for that? Right. So I think people might have elevated. I don't think Daniel Bryan really is angry with the WWE. I don't think
I
he
think
is.
it's like a lot of superstars. I think they throw a whole bunch of money at him,
Correct.
and he realizes, oh, I have a kid now. Oh, I have a wife now. Oh, I
They
might
have
not
two
be.
kids?
Well, he's got that TV.
He's got one kid.
He's got his TV show.
You know.
Total Bellas.
Oh, that's not his TV show.
Or
That's not his TV show.
Well, he still
but
gets some
he's one of
money.
the-
You just said the name of the show. It's not his show. It's
Yeah, it's the
Bellas.
name of the
whatever,
shows. They
whatever.
have the Bellas,
I,
bro.
don't, I could care less.
Yeah, I know who really. Yeah.
But look, the fact of the matter is this, okay? Daniel Bryan is one of those superstars who I think could jump, but they didn't release this information around the time these whole rumors and allegations had happened. He signed another contract, he turned heel, he's not leaving. But there's a couple superstars who I got my mind on who could leave to go to AEW. One of them, his contract expires in February, is Shinsuke Nakamura. Lost the
makes
United
sense.
States Championship, has not been in a good situation
That-
on
yeah,
WWE. I could see him going to an AEW. I would love to see a Finn Balor, although it's probably not going to happen. I would love to see
Unless
Finn
they
Balor
know
go
what to do with
AEW.
him. Unless they know what to do with him in WWE. Like if they're elevating him, then
Who, Finn Balor?
yeah. But
Yeah,
if they're
they're-
not, but
they-
if
they
they're not
do
doing
a-
anything with them, then
I've
yeah.
heard rumors about Dolph Ziggler, Apollo Crews. Somebody said Dana Brooke, but I care less about Dana Brooke. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dana Brooke?
Yeah,
Then,
I'm
yeah,
not,
she's
I mean,
not.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
somebody,
If you're
somebody
looking
said
for
Ty
women-
Dillinger, Peyton Royce. I heard some people were alleging that she might have been upset with her position in the company.
She
you
looks
know.
happy.
Well, they play fools on TV.
I mean,
so
Yeah.
look at the
it's
end.
her
of the,
own fault.
At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, how much is her fault compared to the booking fault? Nick?
But they still go out there and do their gimmick. It's not
It's
like
the booking. Look,
They
here's-
want to make you. They
Here's
want.
the situation. Here's the thing.
They're
Okay,
annoying.
I can see some people
Yes.
from
Hate them.
WWE being very interested in this and wanting to see how it goes. And I think if AEW gets a television deal before Double or Nothing, that could be huge to them getting future
well,
superstars.
I agree with that too.
You
Because
got to get a TV
yeah.
deal within the next
Because
3 to 4
before
months.
Double or Nothing,
Double
yeah.
or
Before
Nothing.
WrestleMania.
Double or Nothing is great, but it's just a net. Like I said, if it's on TV, that's different. But if I have to pay for it, I'm not watching it because I don't care
Because
about
Nick
Cody
doesn't
Rhodes.
want to pay for things. We
No,
get
that's
it.
not true.
We
That's
get
not
it.
true.
You don't want to pay for things. I paid
That's-
for All In.
That's not true.
But you
I
gotta
don't.
sub-
No, you let me finish. I don't give a shit about Cody Rhodes or the Young Bucks or Hangman Page or any of them because I didn't. They're just guys that were I mean, the Jacksons aren't even guys that were ever in WWE. They're just indie wrestlers. And Cody Rhodes was kind of a failed product. I don't care about
Don't
them.
you think though, in order to support sometimes you got to go out there and you got to show it with your money, your dollar bill, in order to show
But I don't
WWE
care though. I'm a sports fan too.
We're talking about AEW right now, Nick. We're talking about Cody Rhodes and them right now. Okay, we're talking about this right now. So clearly you care. What I'm trying to say is
No,
this.
I don't. It's for the product of the podcast. I don't care about any of the NFL teams actually winning, but because I have a podcast on it, I do research and I get into it. I don't really care though. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I'm sitting back, I'm doing our podcast, but I might not be as like into it as I am right now, right? Because like you mentioned, when money's not a factor, you can kind of choose what you want to do. That's not the point. What my point is though, these are indie guys until they get on TV. Independent wrestling isn't on television. Okay, that TNA was not an independent promotion. That was another TV wrestling show. I watched that on Spike. I watched it a little bit when it went to
Destination America.
whatever the
America,
next one was. But it's hard to get into it because it's a TV channel that I'm not used to. I didn't even know what the time was.
They were very complicated.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to say
and the
that.
guys that were there, I didn't really know. I didn't know EC3 as much. I didn't know, but
saw his debut.
So like I'm mentioning though, you have to get at least that pay-per-view on television. I'm not going on some streaming service. I'm not putting cookies on my damn computer to stream it illegally. I want to watch it on television. I'm not going to watch it because WWE is fine. There's nothing really wrong with the WWE. They have stars. They've been putting on great shows, in my opinion, the last couple weeks since they did these changes.
You're the WWE apologist, bro.
Well, no, but I think you're a
admitted-
WWE hater.
I'm not a WWE hater.
You are.
I'm honest with the WWE. If there's anybody who should probably be a WWE apologist, it should be me right now. But I'm honest
not
with
true.
the WWE. No.
But this is what I'm saying, though. Yes, I'm somewhat loyal to WWE because it has been a foundation in my childhood. These guys are not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a loyalist to USC even though they can't get their coaching situation right. I'm still going to cheer for them. I'm a loyalist to UCLA football, but they were 3-9 last year. I'm a loyalist to the Cardinals. They were 3-13. I'm not just going to quit on them because there might be something better like the Rams or the Chargers here in LA.
I'm not quitting on the WWE, Nick. I'm saying that this is a possible an avenue for us to be able to watch so it can give the WWE some reason to put on consistent product. Consistently good product.
What you're saying is basically, I do want another promotion to compete with WWE, for WWE to wake up, because that's the problem
But
with
they just
them
woke up 3 weeks ago.
Since 2001.
They
the
did
competition. There's no competition with WWE, and so the thing is that they've been playing lazy. They've been playing a lot of laziness here and there.
They woke up almost around the time when WrestleMania season started. We all say it. I've always said this. When you want to watch wrestling, you got to watch from January through April. I wrote this in the paper. This is WrestleMania season. Let's see how it's going to be in June.
Well,
Tell me how it is in June or July.
Well, June or July is the preparation for SummerSlam, so it probably
But
is
there's
gonna be
shitty
pretty
shows
good.
in June and July, too.
Correct, but there's also
Tell me
shitty
how it is.
NFL games.
Okay, tell me September
There's also
through November.
shitty NFL games. There's shitty NBA games. There's shitty MLB playoff games.
What I'm trying to say is this. There needs to be...
Not everything's perfect.
There needs to be some type of urgency with the WWE. I see complacency. Nobody likes complacency. When somebody is complacent in life, they are not willing to go that extra mile to do the things that need to do to evolve. And AEW is that one thing that can push Vince McMahon off his seat. And that is the reason why Vince McMahon is desperately throwing money at Kenny Omega. He does not want to get pushed anymore. He is 74 years old. He ain't got the energy that he had 20, 25 years ago back during the Monday Night Wars.
Well,
I see it in his face. Vince McMahon is getting old, y'all. He ain't gonna live forever like he tried to say in an ESPN documentary one time.
He's gonna be running his show on his deathbed, right?
And he's trying to start up the XFL, which is another problem in itself. So right now, if you want to compete with the WWE, you got AEW. You got Tony Khan. I'm just saying we need to actually, as fans, if we want a different alternative, if you want to see something new and fresh,
it's just alternatives.
put your money towards this and see how it goes. And if it sucks and if it don't get on the network soon, then guess what? we're just gonna end up keep watching WWE. I'm a fan of wrestling. I like wrestling. I like competition because I think it benefits everybody, the fans and the wrestlers. The wrestlers have more places to go. It benefits us, the ring generals. We have more places to go work at in the industry. We don't just have to think that WWE is the end all be all in our career. We can go to AEW. We can go to other wrestling promotions. It is something good for everybody. So, Nick, we should all be jumping on the board and be excited about this. And I'm excited about this. And I want this to prosper and succeed, at least as an alternative to the WWE product.
I'm excited about it. Don't get me wrong. It's very interesting because of the cons. If it wasn't the cons, this would just this would.
Oh,
be,
if it wasn't the
Well,
cons,
this would
I
be
wouldn't,
another
I wouldn't
show.
care.
It would just be another
correct.
wouldn't care.
But I have a question for you though, because you're very passionate about this, and I like
yeah.
this. But
Okay.
are you going to be, by any chance, the week after the Super Bowl, watching the American Alliance of Football?
Hell no.
Okay, so then why do I have to watch AEW?
Because it's a situation where it's much different than
No, it's
the
not.
Alliance of Wrestling.
No, it's not. It's a
much
created
different.
promotion. There's
It's
going to be
much
some
different.
guys that play. I mean, Josh
It's
Johnson
much
is supposed to be
different.
there.
It's
No,
much
it's the
different
same-
because
I'ma
they have
save
the
everybody
ter-
to-
It's the
the
same thing.
Alliance of Football does not have NFL stars, bro. They
I'ma
do
save-
not have
But listen,
NFL
listen,
stars,
I'ma-
man. They got
listen.
Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes, and
Those guys
AEW.
aren't stars. Chris Jericho's
Those-
old and he's washed up.
But he's
not
a star. He's
anymore.
got his own band. He has a podcast that's really good. He has a cruise
Oh
that's
my
really
God,
good.
he has a podcast.
Come on.
I'm gonna
Come
save.
on.
I'm gonna save everybody the
Come on.
time right
and
now.
if they get Goldberg, come on. If they get Jim Ross,
Goldberg's
Jim
85
Ross,
years old.
James
Ross.
Ellsworth. Just kidding.
James.
and
And Enzo.
Oh, please get Enzo. That would be fantastic.
I'm telling you right
Big ass.
now. I tell you what.
By the way, that was all good fun. We're not really mad at each
The
other.
Alliance of Football, whatever, doesn't have NFL stars. They don't have
But
NFL
if-
stars.
but
But the
for
XFL
example-
is linked to NFL
All right,
stars.
right.
But for example, though, if the Alliance of American, whatever the hell it's called, the
I don't know
football
what the
league, the football league, the football
I don't know what
league.
it's called.
But if they get stars, let's say they got Tom Brady, the John Cena of the NFL. Let's say they got Le'Veon Bell. Let's say they got Antonio Brown. Wouldn't you watch?
Of course I would watch.
So I'm gonna watch AEW if they get the Antonio Browns, that kind of stuff.
what I'm trying to say also,
I'm not gonna
Nick,
watch it if it's Josh Johnson and Todd Marinovich.
Nick, they just announced the roster 2 days ago.
the Alliance of American Football
announced.
hasn't even announced
The
theirs yet.
roster was announced 2 days ago. The Alliance of Football has had a year under its belt. You know that, right?
I did not. no.
Yeah,
I've
they've
only-
been.
I've only seen commercials for it, which is big in its own. CBS. That's for example. CBS is obviously they grabbed that football league.
So obviously, CBS
That
is
does go
out
to your
there
point,
looking. They're out there looking for something, man. Get AEW, man. It's going to be on CBS. If I was the cons, I would go over. Where's the Super Bowl at this year? You might know where the Super Bowl at this
Atlanta.
year.
It's in Atlanta.
Oh God, is it in Atlanta? Oof.
Yeah.
It's a
Wow.
great play. All right. Anyway, if I was the cons, I'll fly
Man, we
down
were
to
getting
see
passionate
it.
in the
Okay.
first episode of
AEW,
2019.
Okay, Atlanta. Don't get caught in those strip clubs. Okay.
Don't stab anybody like Ray Lewis did back in the day
Yeah,
too.
don't get caught at the strip clubs. All right, and then, go down there, meet with those CBS executives, and get out there with the deal, bro. Get out there with the deal for AEW, man. Get something going before WrestleMania. Get something announced. Then you have Double or Nothing, and you got something to promote for Double or Nothing. You have storylines that can go into your first show on CBS or whatever the heck you're going to put it on. I think, Nick, the roster was just announced 2 days ago. If this was announced 3 months ago, that's a different story.
That's true.
Then there's criticism to be had for AEW. The roster was announced literally 2 days ago. We're still in flux here. Jim Ross, he's rumored to be associated with them, but he can't do anything until his WWE contract is up. It's going to be up either in February or March. Goldberg, rumored. Kenny Omega can't make a decision until February 1st. We might think he knows what decision he has made, but he can't do anything. He can't make an official announcement until after his contract is up.
His contract is up February 1st.
On
Well,
from
then that
New
takes him
Japan
out of the
Pro
Royal
Wrestling.
Rumble then.
So that
obviously.
takes him out, unless the WWE wants to do a Cliff Kingsbury, okay, and pay for him to be in the Royal
I would
Rumble.
just do that too, to be
You
honest.
know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? Unless
yeah.
they want to do a Cliff Kingsbury,
Yeah.
okay? I can't believe y'all got him. I'm so pissed.
It's unbelievable.
I'm so pissed that the Panthers didn't fire Ron Rivera. But that's cover two. That's cover two. I mean, the fact of the matter is this, okay? AEW is providing something that we've talked almost 45 minutes about right now.
All right.
And it's
How
something
about-
that
We do
I've
need
been
to switch it
studying.
up, though.
How about this?
We can go back to it after that.
I leave it all to the people out there who are going to watch it. Comment, subscribe, check it out. And if any of us are blasphemous, please comment on us.
Hit that bell for notifications on your YouTube so it instantly goes to your phone. Hit it on SoundCloud.
All that good stuff.
Nick,
yeah.
we probably need to switch on, but AEW, look out for it, bro. 2019 is gonna be.
We can come back to it.
year.
I mean, we don't have much to talk about besides
Well,
this.
Pacquiao and Warner.
That's a.
I don't really
bunch
want to
of
talk
older
about
guys,
it.
but yeah.
I really don't want
No,
to talk about it.
I mean, we'll discuss it.
about
We'll
that-
pick who we think is going to win. I think
How
it's
about that
interesting.
fight with Mayweather in Japan?
I could care
Oh,
less
we
about
should talk
Mayweather
about that,
getting
though.
a $10 million just to knock somebody out.
That was like
How many rounds?
That's
was
like
that?
out of the radar. I didn't
Oh,
even
it's
know
one.
about it.
I mean, no,
One
I think,
round?
I think the deal with that, it was an exhibition, so it wouldn't have counted against his record. That was the deal. Obviously, he doesn't want his 50-0, but he knocked the guy out in the first round.
Wow.
I think what it was, though, was if he didn't knock the guy out in 3 rounds, it was going to turn into a kickboxing match, which he obviously would have lost. But there's rumors, and if you watch the video, there's rumors that this guy kind of pro wrestling did and gave it up for a sum of cash. Like he lost the match on purpose.
course.
Yeah.
Like boxing is almost
It's a
as rigged as
payday.
WWE.
Another payday for him,
It's
man.
the closest thing. to
Like,
being-
look,
Got a
okay.
good ass check, okay?
All right, so what are we talking about here? Are we talking about?
Switching to
Why don't we do,
segments or
Since you're all fired up, RKJ man,
Let me get my phone out because I
Okay.
know where we're going here.
I got you. Since he's all fired up, I think we should do a little Ryan rants. The first Ryan rants ever in the year of 2019.
2K19.
Yes.
prepare yourself.
So here is Ryan rants.
There's not a lot of days where I'm speechless unless I'm sick or something else is happening.
This
My
is true.
team is losing or something else major in my life happened. Maybe somebody died, which I hope never happens.
Or something creeping you out.
Something was creeping me out because a girl by the name of Priscilla Kelly, a wrestler who's 21 years old, around our age, right?
Yeah.
She's wrestling. She's doing her thing. She's on the independent scene. I ain't got no problems with somebody being creative and trying to do what they can to get a check out on these streets. But she did something.
Streets. Wow.
She did something that was a little blasphemous. She pulled out her bloody, disgusting, nasty, filthy
Oh boy.
tampon in a match with kids present.
No joke.
Son
With
of a-
kids present, okay? Kids and grown adults, and shoved it in the mouth of a professional wrestler who I don't know who it is. I could care less because all I know is the tampon was more over than both the wrestlers that day. They had chance for the tampons more than any wrestler I've seen in 2019 so far. Okay, the fact of the matter is this girl is absolutely doing blasphemous nonsense, okay? And for those of you who are supporting Priscilla Kelly, saying that what she's doing is all about wrestling and creating a storyline, nobody says that nobody wants to see no bloody ass tampon getting shoved in another woman's mouth, okay, just to enhance a wrestling match. It doesn't enhance a wrestling match. What we care about is something called psychology. Psychology is simple. Through your moves and through through your facial expressions, you tell a story in that ring that gets the crowd emotionally involved. And some of the things she was doing is okay. Okay, she was pointing her hands and whatnot. Okay, that's a little bit crazy, but it's not too bad. But when she went over the top and decided to pull out that bloody tampon, first of all, I almost threw up in my mouth. Okay, and second of
I
all,
actually almost did too.
And second of all, what I said was these independent wrestlers are going too far. The Undertaker has said this. These independent wrestlers are relying too much on these flips and kicks and moves and whatnot. And instead of telling the story, they're doing all these kicks and
It's
flips,
mostly
and they
shock
have nothing
value-
to see.
shock value, if
It's
anything.
all about shock value in 2019 now with these independent wrestlers. And Priscilla Kelly had the audacity to say that her blowback, quote unquote, is mostly the result of sexism. I'm reading this off a website. Okay, and it's saying, she said this, I'm having a good day and this is not affecting me at all. In society, women are supposed to hide that they have periods. Nobody knows. Be very cautionary, like be quiet, hold your head down. That's how society's
What
groomed
the-
women to be over the last century. Okay, Priscilla Kelly, all right.
That doesn't make any sense.
If I were to tell a random person on the street, hey, my genitalia has been itching for the past week, okay? And I have this cream right here, and it's
Oh.
supposed to help me, okay? And I were to throw it
No,
in that
no, but it would
person's
have
face.
to be on your balls.
It would have to
first.
be on my balls, but I would have the genitalia cream in my freaking.
go like this, you put it-
I go down and pull it out and throw it. You don't think And you think by me doing that I'm being that if somebody criticizes me for that they're sexist, that I'm not promoting equality. I think these social justice warriors in 2019, 2018, Twitter, social media, I think they're effing up society. Okay. I think they're ruining our society. Social media was supposed to provide valuable comment to incredible, important, needed social issues. But there's some issues that need to be that needs to be locked up.
Take it
And
too far.
one of those things is tampons, okay? As a grown man, okay, I do not want to hear another woman say to me that she's on her period unless it's my girlfriend, unless it's a family member that I'm very close with, okay? If another woman around me is saying at my job, for instance, I had a girl one time come up to me and ask me for pads. She asked me for pads for her period. How am I, a grown man, single, okay, walking around with pads? Like, how would I have that? Like, you think I'm just gonna walk around here with pads on me? That is creepy. And then if
That's
you
just
have,
disappointing.
and then
Totally.
she was like, you guys should have it because of all this in case girls have emergency. I'm like, how about you bring your own stuff and you take care of it
With the paycheck
privately,
that we're paying you.
and take care of it privately and not tell anybody.
I'm ashamed.
I have personal issues that affect my body. I don't go out there and tell everybody and say, oh, this is happening. I go in the restroom and take care of it in the restroom.
Seeking attention. That's the problem.
If a woman needs to tell me, if a girl's telling me, hey, if a girl's telling me, hey, I really need to go to the bathroom, and she's got her purse there, I can infer just by looking at that purse, it may be her time of the month. That's okay. Go do your thing. It's okay. It's natural. But one thing I don't like is you doing something inappropriate as pulling out your tampon, your bloody, disgusting, nasty tampon, which could have diseases, infections, whatever else is happening. It is blood that you are spreading on another human being. And you're doing this with kids around. It is unacceptable. I cannot take it anymore. I cannot take these wrestlers anymore doing this. And these female wrestlers using the Me Too movement, using
go again.
the body positivity movement, using feminism,
Put a marker on
equality.
this
Otra
episode.
vez, man.
You're using
Damn.
all
Female
of this.
viewers beware.
You use all of this, and we support you, and then you come
fifth
around
time.
at us when you disrespect us. I'm sorry. I gotta go after it. I've gotta criticize the bullshit that is happening in our society today. And the fact of the matter is, it is not acceptable for a woman to pull out her tampon and put it in the face of another woman. I don't even want to know that you're on your period. I don't even want to know, but you have the
Pencils are falling off.
audacity. You don't have the audacity to. I'm
getting
losing my
excited.
voice.
Yeah.
You have the audacity to come at me, come at another person with a tampon and try to do it because you don't know how to physically sell a match. You don't have the intelligence, the psychology. You don't have the ability to sell moves. You don't have the ability to create a story to make us emotionally invested to the point where we're not even thinking about the tampon. Don't you think you're a little bit concerned if the tampon is more over than you? Don't you think you're a little bit concerned if I can't remember the other wrestler who you faced off in a match? Don't you think you're a little bit concerned if WWE isn't calling you about that match? And she was in the WWE Mainline Classic. I can tell you this for sure, Priscilla Kelly, with how PC WWE is, you won't be getting a call for a very long time. I want you to think about that the next time
Or
you
AEW?
decide, or AEW. Okay? This is 2019, okay? You can't be out here doing stupid stuff like this. I appreciate the social media warriors. I appreciate social justice. I appreciate all of that. But keep the tampons in your pants and keep wrestling. I'm the RKJ man, and I'm always shooting my shot for greatness. I'm sick of it. It's not sexism. It has nothing to do with sexism.
No, you were being honest about
All
it.
the women, and there was a lot of women coming against her too. Tessa Blanchard, excuse me, oh my God, Gail Kim. Like, all these wrestlers were coming against her and saying how what she was doing was
And these are the
absolutely
wrestlers who are talented.
disgusting. Female wrestlers. Some of the top female wrestlers in 2019, in 2018, and in society today who paved the road for Priscilla Kelly to have great matches. And you spit on their legacy by doing stupid shit like pulling out your freaking tampon and freaking putting it with kids present. Seriously, there's kids there who look up to these wrestlers. There's kids there who love wrestling, who are attached to the superstars, and who look at these people like role models, kind of like kids look at their favorite player, their favorite MLB player, football player, basketball player. And this woman has the audacity to pull out a bloody tampon and ruin a great match, and I don't even know who the other woman was. I wouldn't even know who Priscilla Kelly was if she wouldn't pull out the tampon spot. I think I should know you for your wrestling, Priscilla Kelly, not for you pulling out a bloody tampon. Stop being stupid. Stop saying that sexism is involved. This has nothing to do with sexism. This is common sense, okay, sweetheart? Stop doing this. Okay, and you can at me and you can tweet me at RKJ, man. I got no problem with bringing you on the Ring Generals podcast and defending my position. I ain't backing down from anybody this year, bro. I'm looking everybody in the face.
Leave a comment there, Priscilla, please.
Yeah, please.
I have no
because
issue.
you're an idiot. I mean,
I have no issue
here's the
whatsoever.
thing, and that comment she made is the thing that gets me, because I actually understand it. I mean, there's ECW guys that lit things on fire and hit each other. I mean, like, so that's
But
in
that
some
was
ways
a different time period.
correct.
yeah.
But still, it's stupid, right? It's over the top. It's the guys that go through the light tubes, all that BS, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's not really wrestling. That's just like it's like a horror movie that for some reason has to be extremely.
I
gory.
watched some of that in CZW, and that's where
It's
most of
stupid,
the wrestlers
yeah.
come from, like Dean Ambrose. Like,
Well,
People
yeah.
kill themselves.
I mean,
yeah.
you have to get, pay your dues, but that's not the way you pay your dues.
but
anymore.
how?
Hold on, let me just get this out though, because you've been talking for like the last 8 minutes.
My segment.
I
my
know.
rules.
The segment's over now, but
Still talk about it.
The this chick saying that a woman's period isn't. Yeah, let me get the exact quote. She's just saying that essentially, women are supposed to hide their periods. No, you can have a period during the match. Nobody's gonna care. It's the fact that you took your blood and you put it in some girl's mouth. Okay, that's like there's no ECW rosters
Right.
taking their blood and putting it in someone's mouth. They might take their opponent's blood and put it on their face.
They're all dead now,
Right.
by the
Right?
way.
Most
Most of them are dead. Or on cocaine.
Yeah, ask Balls Mahoney.
Or doing wrestling shoot interviews for $5.
New Jack.
Allegedly.
No, he did the interview. That's not allegedly.
Doing wrestling
I
shoot
think if enough people, the little vial of coke, they say New Jack's name. He probably did some coke, I'm just saying. It's like, but that's ridiculous, because you're not supposed. That's just like, no human should ever put somebody else's blood in their
That's
mouth.
just
That's
disgusting.
ridiculous.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for her to say that, I absolutely will tag team you on that. If she
Yeah.
comes in here and try to defend her position, she's not gonna. But if she ever does, we're
Or-
gonna say,
or if we're on the road.
unless she apologizes, I'm gonna give her shit for it. I'm not gonna maybe go crazy like he just did, but nonetheless, you
Something
can't.
needs to be
it's
said,
too, It's
bro.
too
Yeah.
far. That's like I said to your brother and other people. That's the worst thing I've ever seen in wrestling. That's the worst.
definitely-
he talked to you about it?
He texted me. He's like, "This better be on your podcast." And so I honestly just think that that's the worst thing I've ever seen in wrestling, and people have died. And I've seen people die in the ring.
Yeah,
so,
it's just one of those things where
it's the
you
worst
just
thing.
you don't need to do any of that. All it is just provide just shock value. But most of the time, when
I'd
that
rather
shit
you get a
happens,
concussion.
I'm sorry. No, it's
And then also,
Yeah.
what she said she says, if anybody's telling me maybe you should have tried telling a story, well, if you had been there at the match, you would have understood that from the moment the match began, I was starting with my mind games. I started the match with my hands in my pants and slap her in the face with my dirty hands. The story is I don't care what I have to do, I'm going to win the match. And if I have to mess with your brain a little before I do it, then so be it.
I'm okay with that. I mean,
story-
let's build the match, but it's the whole It's
I said
it's like stabbing somebody with a shiv during a match and then going to the hospital for 6 months. You can build that up and have a great wrestling match, but if you still stab somebody in the throat and almost
Yeah.
kill them, that's not
That's not-
you
that's not
deserve
fun.
to
That's
probably
not-
be in jail.
nothing to do with the storyline
Yeah,
whatsoever.
no, I'm not defending your. That's actually good that at least you built up to it and didn't just go, I'm put this thing in the person's mouth. But it's ridiculous. We need to
Yeah.
move on. But I'm glad
Bloody
you used that as your.
tampons.
Some heavy stuff, man.
No, that's not.
And then she was like saying how she grew up in a strict household and how she's it's just a bullshit.
No
what she
excuse,
said.
your
no
mom
excuse.
didn't put your tampon in your mouth.
And I was never
so-
allowed to be open with my sexuality ever. Like,
What?
Okay,
Something-
whatever excuse she's
That's
bringing,
not sexuality.
It's
That's like a
bad.
human.
That's a
All
human
women have periods. Like
It's a human infection.
not even an infection. A period's
no.
not an infection.
Well,
It's
I'm not
just-
saying that. I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah, yeah.
blood. You can get
Oh,
infection.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's,
yeah.
it's dangerous.
No, but that's
Yeah.
it's whatever. Who cares who she is? I mean, there's reasons
We're
she
gonna
didn't
have
win
to
the
move
win,
on.
win the Mae Young Classic.
Before I get
yeah. So
She's never getting called up again by WWE.
let's so since we've gone kind of long, should we just do all three of our segments right
Might
now?
as
let's do it. Might
yeah,
as
let's just
well.
get them out of the way. Eric, why don't you do yours next?
Yeah, man, there's a
Let's
lot
keep
of
the
stuff.
indie vibe going.
I'm
A
gonna
lot
stop
of-
talking for a while.
A lot of stuff before the dream match of the day. So NWA over at the NWA pop-up event, Arquette shaved Josephus's beard and his hair in a hair versus hair match. Mac defended his belt up against Matt Cross, succeeded, and he is still the NWA national champion. Nick Aldis is still the champion by defeating James Storm, and Aldis is set to defend his NWA title up against PJ Black this Saturday on Saturday night at the center stage for Ring of Honor. Now, as many of it, for people out there who know, Wrestle Kingdom Wrestle Kingdom 13 happened. We all know that Tetsuya Naito defeated Y2J, Chris Jericho, and Tanahashi defeated Kenny Omega for the IWGP Heavyweight title. And we all know what's going to happen with with Jericho. Omega still up in the air, as far as him going to a WWE or AEW. Also, for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, I want to give a shout out to our good buddy Kathy Campanelli for putting this out. Congrats for CWF Hollywood on reaching their 400th episode. And they're going to be having a new time slot this January 26th at 1 a.m. following ABC Eyewitness News. Speaking of January 26th, Bellator.
Tough spot.
Yeah, Bellator MMA is coming at
yes,
the Forum.
yes.
And we all know that Kaiser is going to go up against Jack Hager, as we know him as Jack Swagger.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Over at the Forum Inglewood. Stay tuned for that. And if you make it over at the Forum, hey, make sure to check out our boy Jack Hager.
Yeah, to also just bank on that a little bit. I'm looking at this is the first UFC event and card on ESPN since the UFC has now joined ESPN. Two flyweight. It's a flyweight title match. That's not what I want to talk about though. The co-main event is I mentioned this before. It's Greg Hardy, the former Carolina Panthers defensive end. He's the co-main event of this ESPN
Co-main event.
plus card. Now I'm a little disappointed ESPN's making me pay for all their events. UFC didn't, so I don't know why. It's a fight night. It's not even.
Everybody's got their
Yeah.
own streaming
It's not even
platform
card.
now, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but but
Everybody
UFC
wanna be
did
like
not.
Netflix.
UFC did not make us pay for it though. That's the thing. So,
Well, it's
or
Disney.
Fox, excuse me, Fox.
Fox.
Yeah. So if you have a fight night, let me watch it. I'm not gonna watch fight nights if I have to pay for them. They're not that good. It's like watching an NXT regular TV. It's not like watching an NXT show on Wednesday. I'm not gonna watch
Right.
it if it's not. If I have to pay for it. It's ridiculous.
And also, if you are in the LA area or here in Southern California area, make sure to check out Bar Wrestling. They're going to be having bootleg. They're going to be having their show at the Bootleg Theater, January 16th, and also on the 31st, they're going to be having an event called 4 Touchdowns in a Single Game Over at the American Legion Post 241 Baldwin Park. Brian Cage, Melissa Santos, Frankie Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, and many others will be at this event, Bar Wrestling.
You mean AEW's Christopher Daniels?
Maybe.
It's a non-exclusive.
See, these guys
deal.
got it. That's the problem. These guys got it. I'm gonna get to my segment, but these guys have to. They have to be signing these guys to exclusive deals, or just let them go.
They
Let
don't
them go
have the
somewhere
money
else.
yet. They don't have the
They got
income.
$100 million.
You've got to get a TV deal. TV deals
gotta
where you
make
get
money.
your most of your money.
That is true.
With
That's ask the
sponsorship.
Dodgers.
They gotta make that money,
ask
man.
the Dodgers whether their TV deal got it. That TV deal is probably gonna get in Bryce Harper. So I agree with that
I
completely.
think Bryce Harper is overrated.
And so
I kind of agree. Actually, yeah.
So,
I kind of agree.
I don't think what you guys did was
Yeah.
smart, but okay.
So here's my segment. I just want. I want.
I was going to do the dream match.
My
Sorry
bad.
about that, yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, my bad.
So, dream match of the day. So, Samoa Joe, this guy was a dangerous man. I've been following him since 2005 and 2006, around that time in TNA. That guy was a dangerous mofo, and man, oh man, I
He's
was trying
fat.
to. Well, at the time, he was undefeated. So, with that being said, I was thinking about another wrestler who was pretty much a dangerous wrestler, I would say. Also, a former football player. He used to play for the LA Rams, 1978, late 70s, and also he used to be the former WCW heavyweight champion, former WCW, I believe, U.S. champion. He is the man responsible for ripping Mick Foley's year off and also giving him concussions, being one of the most roughest workers in WCW, WWF as well. Big Van Vader.
There you go.
It's time. It's time. It's Vader time.
That's a good match. That's a good match. That will not happen.
Of course.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Vader, and rest in peace, Mean Gene.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. We need to get that in
Man,
there.
Mean
Yeah.
Gene.
The best. Don't give me anything else. The best
He is.
interviewer.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is the man.
out of
He
anybody.
set it up for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
He was-
wouldn't be where we are today without Mean Gene, man.
Correct. Yeah.
Mean Gene is, I would say Mean Gene is almost responsible for Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania as much as
Yeah.
Vince.
Well, and even like the Macho Man stuff.
interviewed a lot of
Ultimate
people.
Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant,
he
all
upped
those
them. Andre
guys.
the Giant. Yeah, some of these videos that we've seen in the past, Mean Gene's in them.
WWF,
Right? Yeah.
WCW, man, you name it. He's interviewed the big top talent over for both companies, and man, oh man.
Yeah, our condolences to Mean Gene's family, his friends, man, and you know, Mean Gene will forever live in our hearts. You know, he'll be a legacy, and even I was watching the whole Bash at the Beach
Yeah.
with Hulk Hogan turning heel, like that was just great. Mean Gene is always going to be a legend in my eyes, man. He is a person who I look up to, you know, and
Well, there you go for-
I was
yeah.
just blessed that I was able to at least have a couple of times where I could see him do his thing and see that we can live his stuff through the WWE network, which is great about the network. You can watch all that vintage content. And it was so sad, man, when I heard about it. There's so many wrestlers passing away. So much of the childhood legacy that we had, or that
Yeah.
people had,
Correct.
that got people into wrestling, that's going away.
Not just wrestlers, but managers.
Think
too,
about
dude.
this too. Not only exactly when Hulk Hogan came out on Raw and had that
Oh, that tribute.
match. That he had that match, dude. There's two like that's they're all dead. It's crazy. He's going. I'm like, who's gonna say next? He's like, oh no, these are actually guys you can think of at the top of your head because they're all dead.
Yeah.
Roddy Piper, like
Ultimate
it's too
Warrior,
many.
yeah,
Now
all those
that's the
Randy
product of
Savage.
also these guys getting into their 70s and 80s and stuff like that and 60s.
And let's not forget, wrestling is kind of a brutal business.
Exactly.
You're on the road,
And even if you're
cocaine,
not necessarily
drinking.
even if you're not necessarily
drugs.
drinking and popping pills and doing all this other stuff that we've heard, you're still battering your body. So it's not an easy. You know, there's not a lot of football players live until 90 either. So it's there's a product of that, but it is interesting that it's a lot of these guys are gone. You're never going to see them in a WWE or AEW ring, for example, anymore because they're just all gone.
I was thinking is that, knowing that Mean Gene, well, during his last few days being alive, I was thinking like, what would it be like if we would have brought him in?
Well, of
in the
course,
ring
yeah.
and all.
No, I
That
was
voice-
I was just reading about he was pretty sick for about a month.
Yeah.
Before this, he had kidney stones,
yeah.
stuff like that. So
Yeah, even the last time I saw him, I think I saw him on that Andre documentary. I looked at
Probably,
him and
yeah.
I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
at him and I looked at him and I was like, he doesn't look very good. And
well, it's like Ric Flair. Ric Flair doesn't look as good anymore
no,
after
he's
that.
not.
It's like obviously you don't expect
I
him to
know.
die, but
the two ones that are going to kill the wrestling community is Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair.
true.
Like when they die,
Or Vince.
Vince, yeah.
Yeah,
But Vince is gonna live a long time.
I think so too.
But when
I
Hulk,
think yeah.
but when Hulk
They
Hogan
do heart transplants
and
on
Ric
him.
Floyd and Ric Flair die, I'm telling you, heart transplant.
Stop bringing the podcast down. man.
I think what Vince is trying to do, he's trying to live long enough to like get the technology where you could just kill somebody and transfer their body and their energy over to another person, and they just automatically do that. I think he's trying to live
Into
that.
Shane.
Yeah,
Into
Shane.
Yeah.
Into Shane. Yeah.
Shane.
Shane becomes Vince.
Or Triple H.
Triple H is Vince, I guess.
He's becoming. It's
At-
Vince Jr.
at-
I'll
dude.
tell you one thing: if Vince doesn't give up the company very soon, then Triple H and Shane aren't going to have a very long time to run it. Like, they're not going to have. I
Yeah.
think that's what Vince McMahon secretly wants to have happen. That's what I heard.
I honestly think that Vince probably will only be with WWE for if the XFL is successful. I think that he probably will only be with WWE within the next 5 years.
Yeah.
I think he's done. And now that we're seeing it, Triple H running NXT successfully, Shane McMahon's back in it. Stephanie obviously has a passion for it too.
And the kids are getting older.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do honestly think that that Vince is probably given 5 years and he's gone. But I've said that about Tom Brady.
Next
before,
thing you know,
too,
the
and he
kids are going to
retired,
start taking
so.
over.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
But
Yeah.
they could. We know they could. We know that the product is going to be more than likely better.
The legacy, the McMahon
those
legacy
guys
is going to
play.
continue.
But Nick,
All right, so my random segment's pretty quick because I know we're running a little long on time.
No worries.
I just want to tell a quick story. I was in LA with my girlfriend the other day, and we wanted to do a big hike, go to the Griffith Observatory. There's way too many people there, right? That's not the point. So we went to dinner at this just little quaint place over in the Los Feliz district. Very good dinner. We had a couple drinks ourselves, and we were going to then walk around to, walk off the drinks a little bit. And so my girlfriend goes, she saw this shop. There was a lot of like crystals, a lot of interesting stuff in the window, and it said like hypnotize and stuff like that. So she's like, let's go in there. And I'm like, do we have to? I kind of want to go home. I'm not like, we're nothing to do. I want to beat the traffic. So, long story short, we go in. And there's already a haze in the air because they had started burning some like sage or something like that in the room. Yeah, they're the hippie types.
some demon stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Some brujeria.
And so we're going in, and I've seen these shops before. I have people in my family that are really into crystals, all that stuff, and these things are really interesting. These things were way overpriced, but we're going, we're walking around. There's a strong smell in the air, and it's kind of getting annoying, and I'm giving it about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to leave, right? So we're walking around. I start to feel a little different, and I'm like, I'm starting to feel a little relaxed.
You've been possessed.
Right now, hold on. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a little relaxed, and then the girl at the counter just she pops up out her phone and goes, "Hey, can I burn some more sage real quick?" And we go, "I guess, yeah, whatever." Dude, this girl brought the biggest thing of sage I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
And just, dude, it's like there is smoke everywhere.
Okay, that's weed.
Slowly but surely, my girlfriend and I started to get a little inebriated. Like, we started to get high off this sage. And it was just secondhand smoke. And so we're walking to the car, and we're not saying anything to each other. And I get in the car, and I'm like, I think I'm high. I think I got high from that stuff. I was willing to pay $50 for the hypnotism at that point. They had brainwashed me and stuff.
Whoa.
It was insane. I drove home in the first 30 minutes. I was almost falling asleep in the car.
Really?
On the way back. Yeah, I was like, we just drank.
I think
this
there was
doesn't happen to me. Right? Like, I just drank
so
a Moscow Mule.
let's also say this. Nick was drinking intoxicated. He was drinking with
No,
alcohol.
that's not okay.
And on top of that, he was
remember,
high.
Ryan, some of us can have more than one drink. Okay, I'm just saying. It's one
What are you
drink.
talking about? You talking to me like I'm a lightweight.
I'm just saying.
I'm definitely not a lightweight.
That's what you're sounding like over here. But no,
we know a lightweight in our friend group.
I agree with that. Yeah, we have some light weights in our group, but nonetheless, it was very interesting, and it's just it was a quirky, weird thing that happened. We both were like, "Are you high from that?" And then we looked it up, and sage does. If you get enough of it, and I'm telling you, it was like there was a fire in this place. Like there was that much smoke and residue in the air.
I think I went to one of them in Santana with me and my dad.
Makes sense.
But we didn't really get high of it. It was more of just that burning smell, and then there's others.
That's
there's
like demon stuff.
There's stuff that says.
That's what they were talking about too.
Well, what they're saying is that they're trying to
Controlled.
relive all your bad spirits or all your bad energy.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
That's what she.
you know.
And I did
like
feel
that.
really
Una
good.
limpieza. That's what they're saying. You know.
I'm trying to.
So
It's like nombre sea de
it
Dios.
was just
and
very
everything, you know?
interesting. If
Get
you-
it out, Nick. We're gonna get you in a prayer line. We're gonna get you in a.
I need a priest. I need an exorcist.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna get you in a black church prayer line, Pentecostal
Hey, we should
church.
take.
Here we go.
Yo,
lay
RKJ,
hands
man,
on you.
we should take you to one of them, dude.
Yeah.
No,
No, yeah, we will.
I'm not
We'll take you to
interested in that.
we'll take you to a devil worship thing.
hell no.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
not
I'm
gonna.
gonna call
And
up
I know exactly who's gonna be in the front.
Okay.
Selena Vega and Aleister Black.
Yeah, Aleister Black.
Look at
Look at Eric over there doing a little devil's eye. Eric, you gotta stop being in Aleister Black, man.
I think some smoke just came out of Eric's ears.
Yeah. I think Eric is the devil. Eric is the devil.
Hey, he was on Up, Up, Down, Down. Him and Zelina Vega.
Yeah, so they're probably not.
Both of them. Yeah.
I
both.
mean, but
Devil worship.
nonetheless, I was
I'm
gonna
not
say.
into
What
that.
was I gonna say? I was gonna say some
Got
joke,
taste
but
of
it
music.
doesn't matter. We need to move on.
No. Hold on. Before we do that, Eric, did you see that Surviving R. Kelly? Speaking of releasing
What is
bad
that, though?
spirits,
What is that?
Releasing bad spirits
Well, I don't
and
know.
What is
bad
surviving?
energy.
Is that a documentary?
Yeah,
It's
so
a
apparently it's on
documentary. No
Lifetime. I didn't watch it, but Eric, tell us about the Surviving R. Kelly thing, because I already know R. Kelly is not the best person.
He
in the
peed on
world.
somebody and stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
allegedly.
It basically.
No, he did it.
Allegedly,
Not everything's alleged.
He was proven it was proven not to be enough footage to say it was him. So in court, so you can't.
Well, just to make it short, basically it just talks about they have all the survivors of R. Kelly, the ones who worked with him, and also the ones who affiliated with him. Most of them are all women, black women. And the thing is that it all started out basically in the early 90s and by the girl by the name of Aaliyah. Okay.
I know Aaliyah.
Working with him. And also the fact is that there's been a lot of things happen. At the time, they were working together, and then there were some things, some rumors going on around that if Aaliyah and R. Kelly were together. And there's been times where they were hinting that they were together, and then they were hinting that they weren't together. And then one of them, one of the crew members who were riding with R. Kelly and Aaliyah at the time, they caught Aaliyah and R. Kelly having sex in the
The old sex.
Yes, didn't stop there.
Aaliyah was 12, right?
15 or 14
15.
around there, or I'm not sure.
Oh.
I apologize. Not good old sex.
Didn't
I apologize.
I
apologize.
bad old
I
sex.
apologize.
Watch
Nobody
yourself.
sue me.
Watch yourself, Nick.
Allegedly.
I don't want to have to survive R. Kelly either.
It didn't stop there, because every time
I apologize
whenever
again.
every time whenever R. Kelly would they would find him around high schools, talking with most of the girls over there,
Oh, that's
almost in a way kind of recruiting.
Oh man,
Oh yeah.
sounds a bit Cosby-ish,
Yeah.
That's
Weinstein-ish.
Yeah.
He's the Black Weinstein right
Is he
now.
the third one? Oh, but no, it's Cosby.
It just gets worse. Every episode just gets worse.
Look, I already knew R. Kelly was a
I knew he was
pedophile.
weird.
Hey man, look,
But let's not also forget he made "I Believe I Can Fly." Okay.
I love that movie.
believe
I love
I
that
can
song.
fly.
I love that
I
movie.
love that song.
Space Jam. Shout out to Space Jam.
Shout
Shout out
out
to Michael
to-
Jordan.
Shout out
Michael
to
Jordan.
LeBron making that. LeBron, we need you back on the court.
Shout out to Bugs. Shout out to Bugs. Yeah, Lakers
Bugs.
suck. Lakers do suck without LeBron.
Barely in the A seed right now.
Yep, I agree.
Good Lord.
Yeah, R. Kelly sucked, to be honest. Just like the Lakers.
Is he the king of R&B? That's the one thing that I was asking.
He's the king of. If R&B stands for like rape and bondage, then yes.
He's like, I think that would be a Weinstein
Rape
still.
and beating.
Look, man.
Rape and bowel movements.
We
as
all
in
have
piss.
nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect on this earth.
But nobody also is R. Kelly. Either.
But nobody else. But like, that's some sketchy shit right there.
That's some next level stuff, okay, man? I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh, that's
that's just
disgusting.
tip of the iceberg, what I just told you guys. All
Oh
right?
my God.
His daughter called him a monster.
Please don't use the word tip when it comes to R. Kelly again, please. Okay? Look, I think it's just a situation where R. Kelly. Apparently, you were telling me before the podcast, Eric, that apparently his brother said that they were sexually
He was
abused
interviewed, yeah.
by their sister.
Sister, yeah.
So,
Wait,
yeah,
so there's his older sister.
Yeah, their older sister.
sexually harassed or sexually abused them,
I gotcha.
allegedly.
Yeah.
So, if that's what they experienced in life, then
That does tend to happen.
that
Usually. With these
tends
kind
to-
of people, you could look in the past.
But
Oh, yeah.
still, man, oh my God, I'm not perfect, man. Nobody's perfect, but I don't think anybody can claim that they've done that type of stuff. Like that's pretty nasty.
And they were saying that R. Kelly or
If you're gonna do a red shirt
yeah,
girl,
they're saying that this guy has like two sides to him. R. Kelly being like the nice and gentle
well,
guy.
his name is also the
And
Pied
then-
Piper. One of
yeah.
his nickname officially is the Pied Piper.
The Pied Piper.
And, yeah, and then
Oh man.
and then
I
and
mean,
Come on, man.
then
This guy's guilty. For this was that nickname. He's guilty.
and then there's his other side, Robert Kelly, which they say that he's like Satan. He's like the devil, in which he is manipulative.
So R. Kelly's the
controlling.
nicer one, and Robert is
That's
Satan?
that's what
That's
some
weird.
of the
I
girls
would
say.
think
it's
it'd
the
be the
other
other
way
way
around.
around.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, saying that he's controlling, manipulative, abusive, and all that stuff, and also sex cults that he created.
Y'all,
Oh yeah, it's
y'all be careful out
heavy
here,
stuff, man.
You people are getting sketchy.
They interviewed
Everybody.
a lot. They interviewed a lot of people. The survivors, Sparkle, also John Legend was one of them too. Yeah, it was heavy stuff.
I'll tell you this: if AEW is able to sign R. Kelly, I'll watch.
You know what's funny? R. Kelly.
Piper.
R. Kelly actually his sales have gone up. He was just celebrating his birthday in Chicago recently. Like, he was turning up. Oh my
Wow.
god, so
Wow.
creepy.
Wait,
man.
but now I agree.
and then
he
I
was
heard the
turning
cops.
up.
I heard the cops showed up to the
Yeah, and they were like, "You can't turn up anymore with these 15-year-olds. You can't do that. You can't do that." So stupid. Excuse
Why
me.
would you
Excuse
do
me.
that?
I actually want to.
It's so illegal, man.
Yeah,
it's
no.
so sketch,
I-
man.
Is there a possibility, by the way, that R. Kelly and James Ellsworth are the same person? Is there a possibility?
No,
of this?
because one's black.
You never know nowadays. You never know. I mean, Michael Jackson went from black to white.
You're trying to do a Sammy Sosa?
Sammy Sosa is the ugliest MFer in the world right now. Besides Ellsworth.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right, so
What should this? What
I don't
should?
even know what to talk about in the end of this pod. I think we should talk about trying to get Eric Sepp with a fight with Enzo, possibly. I've seen, if you follow Easy over here, Eric Santos on Instagram, you'll
God,
see that
man.
this man has a right, a left, and a right. Like, he has a right hand,
Eric
a
is
left
over
hand.
here trying to become the Hispanic Aleister Black.
100%.
He is trying to become the Mexican,
Aleister
the Mexican
Black.
Hispanic. I'm gonna use Hispanic. That's political. Hispanic Aleister Black.
Oh man.
He's
Like-
yeah, no, he's gonna be we're gonna start calling Eric, instead of Easy, we're gonna start calling him Alistair O Negro. That's what we're gonna start calling him.
No, you can't say Negro.
I said Negro.
dumbass.
It's Spanish. It's black in Spanish. What are you talking about?
No, you can't say
That's like
Aleister,
that's
what
like
is
saying
it?
you can't say black.
You're not gonna say Negro.
No, Negro, like the Spanish word.
Well, there's like two meanings.
How do you pronounce it? Yeah, you're obvious.
I'm gonna call you
It's
Say it. Say it.
it's negro. That's what
Yeah,
it says.
Negro. I just don't know how to say the
Eric-
R. I can't roll my R's.
Eric Black.
Eric Black.
It's good.
I guess that works. You're right.
Uh,
Okay, that works.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Well,
actually, EB's
I mean,
Eric Bischoff.
well, I mean that video that I posted up. It's basically, I think I was like maybe like 45 minutes in with that bag, and I just
That's
like,
even more impressive.
I kept going for like another a couple minutes, like maybe I went almost like an hour, and then the other day I went another hour with it, but mostly with kicks, and then at the end
Kicks,
I
kicks,
resort
and
to
more kicks.
punches. But
And
yeah,
punches. Good lord.
I'm just saying Eric's the heavy for this group. Like, when
Oh
we go
yeah,
out.
yeah. Eric's
Eric,
the guy who
I'm not
putting in
fighting.
front.
You guys protect me, please.
Yeah. Well, no.
I
You
let
see,
Eric fight.
I'm definitely not fighting.
running.
I'm putting you
Yeah.
in
I'm
front.
pushing you in the
Yeah,
front.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm
Yeah.
the Steve Urkel of the group. Okay.
I'll be
Your
the intimidator.
Your ass needs to be Kevin Nash. Okay.
I don't want to be
Nash.
Kevin
You
Nash.
need
Big
to be
sexy.
Kevin Nash.
I don't want to be Kevin Nash.
Okay.
I don't want to screw people over.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. What is it? Y'all want to talk a little bit about Pacquiao and Broner?
I
real
just
quick?
don't know a lot about. I mean,
I don't
it
know a
just
lot.
seems
I
like a
don't
money
care, to
grab.
be
It
honest.
just seems
I
like
don't
well,
a,
care.
I know money grabber, freaking Mayweather and that Japanese.
Oh,
fight,
let's talk
yeah.
about that. Well,
I really don't want to talk about that as much.
did you not see that?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay,
But I
but
mean,
you
yeah,
saw
we
it,
can
though.
talk about it. man.
I was
You
off
think
the
it was
radar.
fake?
I was off the radar, dude.
Do you think it was
What?
fake?
Obviously, it's fake.
Another paycheck, another payday.
Yeah. Did you guys see that video of him that came out today of his he has like 30 watches and they're all.
I saw that. It was in his briefcase,
they're-
right?
Like, and he had a
Yeah.
$16 million watch or something
Man,
like that.
if the IRS
And then
is
he
coming
said,
after you, I'll be as low as I possibly can.
That guy
I
is
was-
such an idiot.
And
Money trees, dude.
I don't know.
Money trees. I'm sorry.
know.
I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about Floyd Mayweather other than, I mean, he can get money, but, you got to keep that money.
Money trees, dude.
What are we at in time right now? for the
We
podcast?
are at 1 hour and 17 minutes.
Okay, that's not that bad. So we
Look.
probably should talk about one more thing. I want to mention this real quickly, just to get this out of the way. John Jones did pass all of his drug tests, so his
Okay.
fight was completely clean. He is the champion, and there's no.
Oh, and Nunez.
Yeah.
Nunez knocked out old girl.
Yeah, dude.
I literally saw that at
Whoa.
Twitter. I showed my dad. My dad started laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, what the?
Cyborg, man. And,
Oh,
and
man.
what's interesting about that too is that her contract is up with the UFC.
Cyborg?
Yeah, she
Cyborg,
actually
yeah.
isn't signed in the UFC anymore, and that.
I heard the WWE. There was rumors going around that maybe. The
Man, why
WWE
they got to get all the UFC fighters that lose and then their credibility is like lost?
Yeah.
I want to see a John Jones, right? Go over to
Maybe,
WWE
yeah.
right now, right? And then you have obviously you'd have to fake the fight,
Mm-hmm.
but like have him, look legitimate and fight a Brock Lesnar maybe, or a Braun Strowman or a John Cena.
That's not going to happen.
I'm just
Dana
saying.
White's not going to allow that to happen.
No, you know, I know.
Or play football.
He wouldn't even let Brock Lesnar face the Undertaker
They'll just-
back when Brock Lesnar was in UFC.
Yeah.
That's true. But you know, so John Jones did pass the fight, but yeah, you're right. Amanda Nunes, they're
She
saying
shocked me,
they're
man.
saying is the best women's fighter ever. I have to agree with that because there really is nobody else she has to
Yeah.
beat. She beat Ronda Rousey, did the
beat-
same thing to her.
she
Although
beat
Rousey
Rousey.
wasn't in her prime, but she still beat her.
She
Holly
beat
Holm.
Holly,
Yeah.
Holly
Yeah.
Holm, Misha Tate, and now Cyborg. You know,
Jeez.
I was watching.
Yeah.
I think she even beat
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler too.
Oh yeah.
Shayna Baszler.
yeah.
Good
I'm not even
God,
kidding, I'm not
got
even
all
kidding.
these wrestlers
You know,
he
I-
got beat.
You know, I brought my mom and dad to go watch it, and like because my dad loves fighting, and also
You gotta
my
tell
mom,
me next time you do
she
that.
loves
I'll
fighting.
go drive over with you
Dude,
guys.
oh man, like my mom, like I was telling her about Cyborg, saying like, oh yeah, she's like super dangerous, and then like as soon as she saw it, and she said,
Hype her up and she gets knocked out in 30 seconds. I did the same shit. I was like, yeah, this fighter's, she's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, no.
And then like I was telling her about the whole John Jones situation, and my mom was like, really? Oh no, screw this guy. I'm not gonna cheer for John Jones. And I said, you'll see when he fights. Just
We
check it
also
out.
have finally Tyron Woodley is going to fight, and he's
He is,
not
yeah.
fighting Colby Covington, RKJ Man's favorite wrestler or favorite fighter.
Oh,
He
yeah,
is
the Trump
fighting.
supporter?
The Trump
He's
supporter.
fighting
Yeah.
Kamaru Usman,
POS.
who is a pretty good opponent. But Tyron Woodley, it's interesting because he's had a lot of ups and downs with Dana White. They've publicly talked shit on each other before.
everybody-
Colby Covington apparently has been ducking Woodley. There's nothing to
Everybody
prove.
has ups and downs with their
Yeah,
boss.
there's nothing.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
but he's the only one. Dana White said he's boring and he doesn't want him to be his champion. So that's a little different. I mean, you know, it'd be like Vince coming out and
'cause he
saying,
hasn't been
"I don't
ma-
like the way we've booked
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose. We're taking the title off of him."
I don't like.
You know, like
He's-
that's just saying
because
that
he-
out in public would obviously disgruntle an employee.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah.
The only noise he was been doing was just to rattle other fighters like Michael Bisping and also
Woodley, or-
no, I'm talking about Covington.
Yeah.
when he
no,
was
he's an idiot. Covington. The problem is he won the interim championship.
Yeah.
Tyron Woodley has never lost title, so he doesn't
Yeah.
really have a lot of say, unless he fights Tyron Woodley and wins, which I
Sure.
actually think he could, but he doesn't because. You know, the guy hasn't faced enough good opponents. We watched his last fight. It was very impressive.
Yeah.
With
Dos Anjos, yeah.
His
He was explosive.
His endurance is unbelievable.
Yeah.
The guy just explodes over and over again. Doesn't give you a break until
Right
obviously
after
you
the
have a
opening
literal
bell,
break.
boom,
Yeah.
he just
Yeah.
comes at you, man.
But Kamaru Usman pretty much said that, hey, I want a title fight, and if Colby Covington's not going to do it, then I'll do it. So. We'll see. That's going to be an interesting fight. Eric's over talking to somebody right now, so I'm going to try to talk in the meantime. Should we go and discuss or at least tell what our favorite storyline is going into Royal Rumble?
Well,
right now?
Well, let's talk a little bit about WWE right now.
'Cause we have about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
you
we
know.
got some time
Yeah.
to talk about it. We had a lot of room on this podcast, so. What did you guys think about the opening of Raw? I thought it was really good. With
I did
Seth
too. Pretty good. I was
Rollins
gonna ask you about
fighting
that. Yep.
Bobby Lashley, and then all of a sudden, as soon as it
John
goes up,
Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah.
What did I tell you though, Nick? I said they needed to start Raw some
Yeah.
way different, and they started off with the fight, and
They
then
did
John Cena
SmackDown.
came up.
SmackDown did too, right? They had Daniel. It was Daniel Bryan.
Daniel
was-
Bryan
yeah. Mm-hmm.
talking bad to the crowd and saying how what they're eating is garbage.
doing pretty good,
and
yeah, as
Yeah,
a
which is
heel.
actually true. Everything Daniel Bryan said was true.
That's what's great
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Daniel
yeah, yeah.
Bryan's heel character
Yeah.
is that he's a heel with a point.
Yeah.
And people don't like heels with the point. It's just like with Kurt Angle versus Eddie
Yeah.
Guerrero, the whole light cheating still
You can
thing
say the
back
same
in
thing too.
WrestleMania 20.
You can say the same thing too about Dean Ambrose when he said that with all you people who come up to me, trying to take a picture of me, all you're trying to do is just to take a picture in your miserable lives because all you people, that's all you're living. You guys are living miserable lives, and all you want to do is just to feel something in your, in your miserable lives, something exciting. And I was telling this with my brother, and he said, "Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Everybody has a miserable life, and then they want to feel special when they want to take that picture."
Yeah, no, that's true.
How about Dean Ambrose and the Purge music?
Oh yeah.
I like it. I like that
Sorry.
little horn. It makes it like it makes him intimidating because you don't know what's coming, with him. But
I don't know. All I think is the Purge is getting ready to happen and get your guns. Get your guns.
Exactly.
Eric, get your guns.
I love that they have they've had this Daniel Bryan AJ Styles match that's essentially reinvented because AJ
Yeah.
Styles has
It's the new AJ Styles.
he's what my brother
The real
called
AJ.
psychotic right now. And so you have a psychotic not in his right mind AJ Styles versus a very, very heel Daniel Bryan, which is what we haven't seen before.
That's what happens with Vince McMahon. Slaps him.
What do
Yeah,
y'all
that was
think
ridiculous.
is the whole situation going on with Becky Lynch? She won the matchup. She's going to face Asuka at the Royal Rumble. Do you?
I think she's winning.
You think she's winning the
I think
title?
she's winning the title back, and then maybe Asuka potentially wins the Royal Rumble again.
Oh.
2-time Royal Rumble win.
I think
That's just coming off the top of my head, though. I really don't know yet.
I don't know what's going on with
Yeah,
that
we'll have another
storyline.
podcast when we predict the
As soon
entire
as we
Royal
get to the
Rumble.
Royal
but-
Rumble, yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably do
I
it.
know-
Yeah, we'll do it a week before.
I
but-
know Sasha Banks and Ronda Rousey's facing each other, which is a matchup that I've expressed I wanted to see.
Yeah. I didn't want to
Obviously-
see Nia Jax again. That would have been
yeah.
extremely disappointing.
You
Did
know
she
how
bot-
I
did
like
she
how she
botch
said, "Bitch,
again?"
what line?"
Yeah, I know. And then Nia Jax said bits 3 more times.
Yeah.
You know,
Didn't
the
Jax-
creative was like, oh,
I was super irritated.
PG.
Didn't Nia botch again with Sasha Banks with that Hurricanrana?
When is Nia not botching? She's the queen of botch.
She also said something interesting.
300.5 ounce Samoan.
You know that's only 18 pounds?
What?
Like, that's only 18 pounds. I looked it
You
up.
did the math?
I
You
did
did
no, I
the
like
math?
looked it up on my phone. I might have looked up the wrong thing, but
You're looking up right now to
18.
confirm.
Yeah, here, I'll do it right now. Well, so what else? What else did you guys? I like this Shane Miz thing that's going on.
I
like
don't
that.
I don't like it.
You don't
man.
like it?
I'm
You-
tired of Shane McMahon.
Aren't you excited to see what ring gear they have though at the Royal Rumble? I'm excited.
Really, I could care less. I just want this road. I just know we're on the road to WrestleMania, man. I know a lot of things are getting ready to happen that are interesting. I'm excited because we don't know what the situation is right now with WrestleMania. We don't know what the plans are. We don't know what they're going with. Brock Lesnar and his situation. Yeah, it's 18 pounds.
Yeah. So Nia Jax is an idiot. Unless she said 3,000 pounds or something like that.
Did she mean to say 300 pounds or she said 300.5
She's not
ounce?
300 pounds though. That would be
Do some
That,
Scott- do some-
first of all,
do
that
some-
would make a lot more sense.
First of all,
I'll tell you that.
First of all, I thought women didn't like talking about their weight.
You gotta do some- you gotta do some,
My mom.
I mean, Alexa
mom,
Bliss didn't have a problem during WrestleMania time talking about Nia's weight.
My mom said this mostly too. She's like, "Have you ever noticed, Ryan, how they don't announce the women's weights when they're announcing?
Oh,
That's because
yeah.
women don't like." And I'm just like,
That's not realistic. If
I'm
you want to
like,
be the same as Ben,
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm
That's
kidding,
what I
I'm
told my mom. I was
It's,
like,
you know what
say
though?
that-
It's not a woman's weight is not a big deal for a wrestling match. So for a man, if you say the Undertaker's 300 pounds and Rey Mysterio or another guy's 225 pounds, you're like, oh wow, that guy has a
Wait, do
a
they
weight.
do that in UFC too? Or
No, it's
no?
the same weight.
Oh,
weight.
same-
I mean,
okay.
heavyweight it potentially can be 225 to 260. It can be John Jones at 225 versus Brock Lesnar at 260. So that's the only
That's
mismatch
heavyweight.
you can get.
That's a
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's the
heavyweight right
only.
there.
That's the only miss. The heavyweight, which is why the heavyweight division is the best because it's a wild card. You actually don't know who's gonna.
Right.
Yeah, the weight is actually an advantage in some ways.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but
I don't know.
yeah,
man.
3,000 pounds. By the way, 3,000 ounces was 187 pounds. I actually don't think Nia is that big either, but that would make a lot more sense.
You think she's bigger?
No, I think she's smaller than that.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe she's 187 pounds, but I don't want to talk about her weight.
I don't,
That's
I,
yeah.
I don't understand why she's going around with this whole thing of, I'm 300.5 ounces and whatnot. I get body positivity is important and whatnot, but it just seems like I said this on
Well-
my Nia Jax rants, it seems like they're just hyping up this body positivity thing so much because they're trying to cover up the fact that she's not actually good. Like
That's true.
and
No,
it's
I know.
like, okay, let's jump on this bandwagon because we know she's not very good, guys.
What's your take on that storyline with Mandy Rose and that?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
First of all,
I love it. Please.
Let's talk
And
about
this
that.
is going to sound
First of
super
all-
like male, but please have her keep coming out in a towel. Who doesn't like that?
First of all, Mandy Rose. Oh, she came out in a town.
Last SmackDown,
Yeah,
she
last
came out
SmackDown.
interrupted. Think about this.
Wait a
The
minute, hold on.
Usos-
You gotta pull this
the-
up
the
on
Usos-
YouTube. You gotta pull this up on YouTube right now.
I just got a new computer. I don't want to put porn on it yet.
It's on
Give me a
YouTube.
year. Give me a year. That's what my phone is for.
Pull it up on your phone,
Oh
man.
my god, man.
Pull it up.
No, but so the Usos, I'll show you after the podcast, but the Usos had a match.
No, we got people here, Nick. We're not doing it
had
at night.
Had a match. Yeah, but we don't even have to be in here once we
Yeah.
get the podcast. Yeah. So inside.
But you don't want to get kicked out of here.
Nonetheless, the Usos had a match against the Bar where if they pinned them, they got a title shot in the future. Mandy Rose interrupted the match, came out in a towel. Uso got knocked off the top rope. They got pinned. They lost their title shot. And then she went in the back. She took her towel off and she had her clothes on under. And then Naomi beat the hell out of her after that. But
Oh, I like this storyline.
That's what I'm saying. I like it too.
I like it.
Naomi just
She's
came
just
over
teasing
with a
me,
shoe
man.
in her hand and was like, "Let's go." And then
but-
they started fighting. And she got kicked
First of all,
in the stomach and
I
shit.
hate
It was
how
great.
they're doing the ghetto black woman thing with Naomi. The diary
how
of a,
Naomi
the
is,
diary
though.
of a
Well,
mad
dude,
black
I think
woman.
that's what she is,
Tyler
man.
Perry. Who's writing the storyline? Tyler Perry?
I'll tell you this.
like-
I'll tell you
But
this.
is that who
The
she is in real life?
The only wrestlers, there's 3 wrestlers that have played black guys or black women in wrestling. It's R-Truth, Booker T, and now Naomi.
Naomi.
They're the only ones that play realistic, not realistic, but
Do I act like R-Truth to you?
No.
Dumbass? Are you trying to say I act like R-Truth or Naomi
I'm
or
just
anything?
saying.
What
I'm
about
just saying.
Apollo and Baron Saxton?
Oh, Baron Saxon is definitely
Byron
not black.
Saxon, not Baron Saxon. What do you guys
Sorry.
don't, Jesus.
Nah, I'm just joking. No, look.
Sorry,
look,
sorry,
look,
sorry.
Baron Saxton.
I mean,
Look.
sorry, I was
Look, let's be
confused
honest
with both
here.
of them.
Lone
Let's
Wolf?
be completely honest here.
Black
Okay?
Wolf.
We've seen way more stuff on Mandy Rose's Instagram that's worse than her coming out in Intel. I'm just saying.
Are you
It's
saying worse or are you saying great?
great? Yeah, because
Great.
Instagram, she sells it all. She sells way more.
What
than
about
WWE
What about
television.
Scarlett Bordeaux?
Tony Storm?
Okay, that's not something I'm talking about.
I'm just saying Tony Storm is good looking.
I'm not talking about that.
She has a title.
were gonna talk about
I believe
that,
she has a
were we?
title match.
I'm not talking about that.
See, here we go. I'm gonna play this video. Hopefully, there's no
on.
sound.
Oh
Let
my
me turn
God.
the sound off. Let me turn the sound
I
off.
highly doubt though. It's
Look at
gonna
this
show,
though.
though.
Look at this. Watch. Boom.
Boom.
But this is what. See, let's see Naomi beat the hell out of her or something like that. Like, see, here comes Naomi.
with
Boom.
the
I
shoe.
take my.
Take off the
She
shoe.
gets snatch your bulb.
Wait a minute.
Snatch your
Hold
ball.
on. Hold on.
Snatch your ball.
Protect the weed.
Oh.
Protect the weed.
Now watch her get. Oh, look
Where's
at that.
the weed?
Watch.
The weed.
Watch.
Go for the weed, Naomi. Go
Watch
for the weed.
Yeah, watch Sonya Deville kick her in the stomach though. This is fantastic. It's realistic right here. They're fighting.
And
Those
the
are
video
real kicks
box.
that she gave.
Now look,
man.
she's battling both of them. Boom, right in the
Oh,
stomach.
God.
And then Oos comes over, right? And he's like, y'all better back up. Y'all better back up. And we got a storyline here.
This
Like,
actually storyline is actually entertaining, but I
Yeah.
don't know how this is gonna get to WrestleMania. This is probably only getting
Probably
us to
the Royal-
Fastlane.
Probably the Royal Rumble.
is that the next pay-per-view? Fastlane? Is it or
Well,
is
I
it
hope they don't
Elimination
do a
Chamber?
I
Or
pray to the
Election
Lord
Chamber, I
Jesus
think.
Christ they don't do a pay-per-view in March. There is no reason to do a pay-per-view
I like.
in
Did you
March.
see this too? I'm gonna show you this. She was wearing the Mandy shirt and she took it off and it said
Day
Day
one.
One.
Day
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Fantastic, bro.
She's just.
By
I
the
like
way-
how
throwing it
she's
out there.
actually using social media to promote storylines, unlike a lot of these other women, like
No,
Charlotte.
they do it. They do it. Charlotte does it.
I don't follow any of them, so I don't know.
Yeah, I follow them all.
Yeah, we
Of
know
course
that.
you are.
We know that.
I mean,
Arthur.
Yeah,
okay.
we all know.
Look, you know this.
Some inside stuff right
See,
there.
that's way worse than what I saw on the thing. Okay. Oh, we gotta talk about
We're
something.
gonna end
else.
this podcast.
Yeah, we
We're
gotta
gonna-
end this,
we're
man.
just- We're looking. We're just
We're
looking
gonna-
at Mandy Rose's Instagram
We're
at this point.
being
We gotta
Instagram
end this, man.
stalkers.
We gotta end this.
Okay,
I
so
blame you.
we're gonna do all our social media and then let me finish it and say something after. So you
Okay.
guys do your social media and then let me do mine
Okay.
last. So
All
Eric,
right.
do yours first. What's
Okay,
your,
so check my stuff out over on Facebook
shoot,
at Eric Santos and also Instagram at _Santos_9. And also, if you want to check out OC Rock Radio, Slam and Saturday, every Saturday at 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. only on OC Rock Radio. Stay tuned for some artwork and also the Video Game Cafe. Check me out over at Video Game Cafe 1, and hopefully we do something other than just doing Tekken 7. Maybe we might do W2K19. The storyline for my player career, it's actually pretty good, so stay tuned for that.
I'm still waiting for us to be characters. And for you to create us.
I need.
I know why
you-
hasn't it happened yet?
I need your guys' perspective on it because
that's fair.
There's like a
That's
lot
fair.
of
That's
features.
fair.
They add a lot of features there, so I
You just
don't.
gotta put me with the fitted
Just make
hat,
me 300
glasses.
pounds all muscle.
All
That's what I
muscle?
want you to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about your wrestling gear? What would it be?
Oh, just bottoms. That's it.
And names?
Just bottoms. pumps.
RKJ man.
RKJ man.
My,
Or Blackie Chan.
name's-
Blackie Chan.
my name's gonna be sexual white chocolate.
All right,
That's
so
what my
I'll
name
put
is
you
gonna
guys in a handicap match against Brock Lesnar.
be. No.
Oh yes, we'll get killed.
He's gonna run away though.
Yeah,
That's not
I'm
fair.
gonna run
Or
away.
Braun Strowman.
It's gonna be Nick against Brock Lesnar.
You want to get those hands?
I'm
Let's get
not
those
getting
hands.
those
Braun
hands.
Strowman,
Get
man.
those hands.
So at RKJ Man on Instagram, the RKJ Man on Facebook, Twitter, RKJ Man, Ryan Johnson on Facebook. Follow the Ring Generals, YouTube, SoundCloud. Please subscribe. Okay, we got a lot of good stuff coming this year. We're not BSing this. We're actually got a lot of good stuff coming this year. We're constantly talking about what we're gonna do, and it's more than just talk. We're gonna show you with their actions. Hypocritical Nick, what's your social media?
My social media is all at Nick Nenad, all lowercase. I don't care about Snapchat, so I'm not even going to say that one.
Yeah, I don't
But the more important thing is, because my social media is my social media, and of course, Cover 2 podcast every Wednesdays. We're coming up with some good stuff on that one, too. Potentially go on Facebook Live with that one.
okay.
Potentially, too.
Here we go.
you guys are doing stuff now with that.
Possibly, yeah. And we had a good podcast last week. We
thinking
actually
about-
went 30 minutes over.
One day I'm
time.
Yeah,
one
you
day I'm
did.
going to show up on that.
Yes,
on this
but
one.
you just have to show up and stop saying you're going to show up and actually show up, RKJ man.
That would be a
Yeah.
super show.
Yeah,
I got
no,
the highest ratings.
But check it out. Check that out. We have some good videos up there. We have predictions on all the football games, all the playoff games coming up this weekend, and also my discussion about Cliff Kingsbury, who we also talked about, and USC's trouble. So if you're a fan of USC here and you're one of my friends, get my take on it and stuff like that. But more importantly, this podcast will be out, as you probably already know, will be out on the Ring Generals official Twitter account and official Facebook pages. So stay
Okay.
tuned.
What
Yeah,
about
so
Instagram?
that's well. We're going to be discussing Instagram.
I'll talk about that with you.
Instagram might be
Instagram.
coming soon, but for now, Twitter and Facebook, we have brand new stuff. That's where most of our content's going to be. We, of course, on our own social media accounts, will be retweeting and saying stuff. But if you follow the Ring Generals Twitter, Facebook accounts, and
Also-
any other social
or
media, we'll
also-
let you know
Put
as
a
well.
link to it in our bio.
Or
and
also
stuff
check out
and
also-
everything.
Even we'll post it up on the OC Rock Radio Instagram page and Facebook page.
That's
we'll
even
also
better.
do that too.
Yeah, that's even better.
You know?
Yeah. But yeah, so
And if you're an indie wrestler or anybody who's interested, you're going to be in the LA area coming up the next couple of months.
not even LA area. Because we record in Orange County, so
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
are especially in the Orange County area, we're right down the road from you. So
Yeah.
We're not too far
We'll
away.
do an interview. We'll do anybody. We are. We have some great questions for people. We want to discuss, major wrestling topics like this AEW stuff, WWE stuff, but we also want to discuss what's going on in the legitimate indies, right?
and I
Because-
think this is the hottest the indies have ever
Exactly.
been.
Oh, yeah,
we
it
want
is.
to, we want to talk to you guys. So we know there's some people around the
door's
area.
open, yeah.
And we will be having those people on this year, no doubt. So just give us some time. We have to, there's not a professional wrestling company in Orange County, but we have to kind of.
But there is the Ring Generals.
There is the Ring
Yeah, but there
Generals.
is the Ring Generals, and the Ring Generals aren't exclusive to wrestling either.
We'll make
if
wrestling
there's a
great
UFC
again.
fighter, if there's a boxer that wants to come on,
Oh, yeah.
come on down. Yeah, we're all set. But yeah,
Hey,
okay,
man.
take it away.
2019 is starting off with a bang. And as always, raise a glass in the sky and salute the Ring Generals.